Hey kids, welcome back to another episode of the 1-6-pack. It's been a while. Episode 74. If you're new to the show, we discuss 1-6 figures, Hot Toys, 3-0, Asmus, InArt, of course, now. Third party. We'll be talking about some Susu stuff tonight. And we have a little something to drink while we do it. My name is 1-6 Shooter. With me, as always, are my co-hosts, Tommy D, a.k.a. Iowatu, TJ, a.k.a. Capestein.Rifles on IG. We sometimes go live every other Friday. Sometimes it's not. Sometimes it's a month before we go.
Sorry, I just heard crashing in the kitchen. I'll be right back.
Oh, shit. Okay. Yeah, so, if you're into sick stuff, we're going to talk about all the stuff that's come out, what's coming out. We got a lot of opinions. I got a lot of opinions. I got a lot of problems with you people. Yeah, exactly. So hit that like button if you enjoy the show. If you don't, that's fine too. Let me see who we got in the comments. I have to actually upstairs. So as soon as Tom comes back, we'll talk about what we're drinking. And, of course, my dog has taken this moment to get up and start wandering around, and I had to sort of contain him. So who we got in the chat? We got Dave Orkin. We got Josh Brown. Sup, nerds? We got Saf, Amateur Hour, Rob Zamora. What's going on, Rob? I am TJ Williams, my brother. Biojex, Elliot, what up? William Golden, Jeff, Alan Rappaport, what's in? Cap Lives, what's going on? Yeah, so we have 15 people here. Cool. It's been a while. I know we're not always regular here, so you never know we're going to show up. But at least we got the thumbnail up a couple days ahead. Well, that's good.
Hey, we're doing a show.
We are doing a show. We're here, and it hasn't been exactly slow. I mean, I think last week was kind of a big week, but I think that enough has come out this week that we got enough to talk about here for at least an hour and a half. So why don't you guys talk about what you're drinking, and I'll be right back because I have to go do something for a second.
Okay, TJ, what you got?
Because tomorrow is the St. Paddy's Day parade in the city I live, I'm having a Guinness.
That's beautiful. I love it in the Guinness glass. Perfect pour.
It looks like my name on it.
Does it really?
Yep.
You can't see that. I'll believe you though that it's there.
Just believe me. Just believe me.
I believe you.
What about you?
Man, I didn't have time to go out to the store this week to get beer, but I have tons of beer from previous shows that I bought. So I'm just having the Candlestick Chronicles back from when
I remember that.
Yeah, the football season started. And then I brought in some pumpkin beer from when I bought a whole bunch of pumpkin beer.
So can never go wrong with pumpkin beer.
Nah, I love that shit. I think pumpkin beer, winter ale, and then like a good summer like shandy or something like that are like the best like seasonal.
What's the weather like for you right now?
Today is the first day that it hasn't been raining in the past like 3 months. So we actually had like a sunny day, and it's I think it's like 60 something today. But
Did you get any of that snow, or was that just all up in the mountains?
It would be like a couple miles east of here, because that's right where like the mountains that take you into Tahoe start. Mm-hmm. But not where I am. No, we got down to like the 40s, like low 40s, but never.
Wow, that's insane. Yeah. That's insane. So you got a Guinness. Tom, you had what?
A hazy IPA.
Fucking IPAs, man. I'm so tired of IPAs. No offense. I know you love an IPA.
It's all good.
Kentucky Barrel Ale just sounded good. Bourbon Barrel Ale, all that stuff is good. 8.2. It's tasty. It was nice. It was good. I like this one. Oktoberfest is the best. Okay.
Yeah, I was talking about seasonal beers that I like.
Thank you for reminding me of that. I got to put that up here. That's another one that came out.
And also their Tim Curry Pennywise, yeah?
Mm-hmm. That I did have, but I don't have Beetlejuice, so...
There's a couple more Naruto figures as well that got dropped. So
okay. Yeah. Well, we better dive into it then, because we got a lot to talk about. Yep. We were just talking a bit about Dune. We'll talk about that when that comes up, when we're talking about the InArt and stuff. But right off that, I don't think we covered this one the last time. I think this came out afterwards.
Yep.
This looks pretty hot, I got to say. I haven't gotten this far in the game because I haven't gotten very far at all. But damn, this is cool looking.
It's crazy that we're getting a Doc Ock Spider-Man Hot Toys figure.
Now, is that what this is? Is that what?
So the Superior Spider-Man is when.
Oh, the Superior Spider. That's right.
Peter Parker's body. Yeah.
Right. Well, that was in the comics too, so they took that straight from the comics.
This is just one of the suits in the game that you could put your character into. This doesn't come up in the story at all. So
okay.
We'll put the Superior suit in this game, make it
gotcha.
Look like that.
Yeah, it's the new Iron Man, kids, for sure.
I'm okay with that.
Anything and everything. You getting all these? Are you picking all these up? You're getting this one.
Yep. I'm not picking them all up, but I'm picking a lot of them up.
Yeah, if you guys see any chats in there, let me know. Just pop them up there. Yeah, it looks cool. I mean, so I think I told you guys I picked up. You guys pick anything up before we jump into all this stuff? Or
yes.
Since the last time we did a show, I got my InArt Gandalf, which is
that's right. Toys Wonderland. Toys Wonderland coming through twice now.
Yeah. Still don't want to give them any props though.
No. Hell no. Terrible. Nope, they are terrible, but I did at least not get screwed out of thousands of dollars, so I got my refund for Wonder Woman that they never came through with, and I picked up Homecoming Spider-Man, which is what I've wanted for a while. So I finally have him on the event shelf, which is cool. And Two-Face, the special re-release of Two-Face, which I've wanted for a while too. Still got a lot of money tied up in, but at least they came through with those. So one thing on.
Thank God.
Yeah. When I picked up another Dorgmal Snow, this came through. I ordered this a while ago.
So cool. I want to see what you got.
Yeah. They're so like
unique.
Delicate, you know what I mean? They're cool, but you really got to be. Stuff is just like, fishing spears with the fish and stuff that go through all the little. There's so much little stuff to it, all the weathering, and she's just really cool. She got like a gas mask too that goes on. This is magnetically attached.
Oh, that's cool.
So hair looks
so good looking too.
Yeah, I know all the faces that he's got. I don't even know where he gets these things. I don't know if he has somebody make them for him or what, but they're incredibly cool. Yeah. Can't remember her name, but it doesn't really matter. Yeah. Beautiful. Just love these things, man. I don't know. Something about them.
Bespoke art pieces, actually.
Yeah. Yeah.
I got
3PO.
The new 3PO. Nice.
Yep.
I got the Susu Omni-Man as well as part of a trade.
Oh,
yeah.
How's
I love the look of it. The sculpt on it is amazing. Unfortunately the cape has a terrible issue.
Oh, I remember that. Yeah.
So his back is completely pink. And the worst thing is, and I was talking to Justin about this, and he showed me what the body looks like under the suit, is they put a plastic piece under his pecs to make him look bulkier. But what it does is it prevents the entire midsection from bending at all because there's a hard plastic shell that has abs on it and whatnot.
That is the dumbest thing I've ever heard. Good.
It's so dumb. So I bought a new body. I got I'm trying to think what
like a Fison or something, or
not a Fison.
World box.
Yes, I got the World box. I got
World box is a good. Yeah.
One, and Justin said it fits that suit really well.
Perfect.
So I'm going to do that. That's actually coming on Monday, so I'm going to try that next week.
Apparently you did.
Yeah, not 100% yet. I'm waiting for that body to arrive. I got my body from Big Bad, and they take forever when the day you buy it to the day you actually get it.
Yeah, $4.99 ship, but it takes about 3 weeks. So. Yeah. That's cool, Victor. Man, Dorgmal Snow got you into one collecting. That's a expensive entry into 1/6 collecting, I have to say.
But everything will seem cheaper after that, right?
True enough. Yeah. It's like Hot Toys are a bargain now. I caught up on all the Mondo X-Men after Omega Red Lure. Man, yeah, dude. That and the He-Man, that Beastman. I've been seeing a lot of people. We don't have it on the docket here to talk about, but man, saw that at PowerCon last year. I was sitting there talking, like, I'm not a big He-Man guy, but I'm talking people into this figure. Who He-Man people, they're like, Beastman can be bigger. I don't really like that the fact got this fur piece, and I'm like, this is the coolest figure. Like out of almost all of these. I mean, the cats were great, but like if I picked up any out of that, Beastman looked incredible.
It's one of those lines where you get the people who are fans of the figures that came out when we were kids, or they're fans of just the property. And if you're fans of the property, you're cool seeing it in various different ways. But if you're fans of the classic Mattel figures, that's what you want. And that's what's great about some of the 1/12 figures that have come out. They're like, we're just going to do a classic version. That's for you. But here is the Four Horsemen, which, because they did the Masters of the Universe Classics line. Here's their take on these characters. And I love those because they're all like elevated beyond what the original figures look like.
Yeah. I did too, man. I like takes on things like that. I mean, I am talking about you, Eric. Eric is with people. Eric was there, but Curtis there, and Curtis got it, and Curtis loves it. Everybody was just kind of like, I don't know. It's not really, and it's like it's like the Mizco take on superheroes and things like that. I like that stuff, man. I wish. I mean, I know Hot Toys does that. It's a little expensive to go out and get like, the like that blue pale Batman, which was, I don't know, personally thought was pretty ugly. But I like that kind of stuff. If somebody did that more in 1/12 and did some takes on some characters kind of out there that have never been seen before in comics, would be pretty cool, or whatever. All right, let's jump back into this. All right, so anybody pin this up?
Yep, I already pre-ordered. Yep.
You already both pre-ordered.
PJ, yeah.
Cheers to you. Now, did you guys get the other one, the black suit Spider-Man with the?
I did.
You did. Yeah. I was very tempted by that one. I really, really like the look of that one.
I did before playing the game, and now I'm kind of regretting it because the game. I know you haven't played the game yet, but I'm gonna mildly spoil something.
Okay.
There's a slight variation on that suit in the game. That would look so much better as a Hot Toy.
Oh, really?
And I really wish I held out just to get that. But I'll wait to see if they do it. Because then if I'll do my Sideshow, cancel this one. I'll get my one cancellation a year and move it over to that.
Yeah. This looks excellent, man. I really love the black eyes and everything.
It looks.
I do remember the suit, but yeah, it really does. The red,
mandible claws, whatever.
Yeah, they have, what's the name? The Waldos, right?
You're talking about the legs coming out of his
neck?
Okay,
Waldo. The Waldos. The Waldos, I think that's what they're called. I don't know. I can't remember. I know it was something in the comic books, but they're Waldos. Looks really good.
Yeah, that's cool. It's a cool. He'll look so unique, like on the shelf with the other Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I love the line work on the mask. How nothing is. What am I looking for? It's more organic, like actual web. It's not.
Yeah, that's cool. Like it's. Oh wow! Yeah, look at that.
That's my
favorite. That's great,
thing
man.
Suit. Yeah.
Wow, that. Why is nobody that on a regular suit? You know what I mean? Like just
Some
in like a.
Never in a figure.
That's fantastic. Really love that. Wow. Yeah. Problem is, it's a lot of space, man. It is a lot of space. It takes up.
You don't put those legs on and you're fine. I'm sorry.
Well, yeah, if you don't put them. But why would you not put the legs on it, though?
I'm not going to put them on.
No?
Not for my display. I probably will for pictures.
I guess you get the one where he's kind of got them like folded in or whatever and squatting. That's kind of cool. So I got this in the other day. This is great, man. Really good. I mean, it's, it's Return of the Jedi 3PO, and it's heavy and it's metal and it's nice. They did a great job with this thing. The eyes do not look like this here. I think I'm going to put I got some little yellow tint because you turn that light on and it's a super bright LED and it is blinding before you put the faceplate back on. It's really, really bright.
Well, leave it on for 15 minutes. It won't be blinding anymore.
Well, that's true. Yeah. I mean, not with the Hot Toys batteries.
It's where you have them on for 2 minutes and they're dead already.
Yeah, I know. It's like when you shoot something with the sabers and you turn around and it's like half the brightness that it was 2 seconds.
That's salacious.
Salacious is okay. I don't even think it's quite as good as the one that came with the old Sideshow Job of the Hutt, honestly. But
when they do the little side characters like Goose with Captain Marvel or something like that, they tend to phone it in.
Oh, totally. Yeah. This is an accessory. That's not another figure. Even with Grogu, right? I mean, Grogu was the same way. Like every one of them was just like just really cheap. There's no reason that they couldn't have an articulated body. I mean, they sold the thing 5 times.
Yep.
You would have gotten your money's worth out of a new mold for a couple of little arms that might move up, down, or you know what I mean.
Wait, Trevor, you already opened your C-3PO, right?
Yeah, I just I opened it. I put it back in the box. I gotta find the specs.
How does that like loose eye thing work?
That's a good question. That's a separate faceplate, I believe. Yeah, that's a different faceplate. So you have the face that has the front of the face comes off, and where you switch on the LEDs, and then it just goes on really easily. So that's a separate faceplate with the popping out. Yeah.
Schmerber says he'd sell Salacious on Makari. Which I'm like, you know what? I might buy that if it winds up on Makari, even if it doesn't look great. Because
I'm sure there's some up there already. It's not great, but it'll look fine sitting there. I mean, like that looks fine. It's okay. It just looks a little plasticky
these days.
But yeah, I mean, I do wish there's more of a New Hope look. I mean, the only real difference is a little bit of weathering, and these wires and stuff all messed up in A New Hope. So, but other than that, I mean, you could put it on the shelf, and unless you're a super nobody's going to know.
Jeff White is talking about Grogu. I think he's talking about the 1/1 Grogu. When we're talking about the little include Grogu that comes with all the Mando figures, because he says it ticks all the boxes for me. It fits in a satchel and peeks out. Looks great on my shelf. Not for everyone for sure. I think that the 1/1 Grogu does look amazing. I think that when they got to the small one, he looks really good. But what Trevor was saying, if they did an articulated body with the soft goods, like little satchel gown thing that he wears, it would take it 10 steps beyond.
Yeah, I mean, it is a soft goods piece, and you'd have to make it for one. So I get it. I mean, it's going to be a little more costly, but I mean, it's come on. I mean, add a little value to that. You know what I mean? Or at least give us the option of that in like that set that they had or something. You know what I mean? To have one, because the quarter scale one is soft goods and articulated body, right? Am I about that?
I don't know actually.
I still have that in the box. I never even opened it.
I think it is. Mine is also in the box.
Yeah, I'm trying to sell it.
The Black Series, that's delicious.
Yeah, it's real cheap. It's real cheap.
Actually, but
I don't really know why they're like focusing on it here so much, because it's not that great an accessory. But yeah, very good job. Really happy with this. Really happy to see finally Hot doing this stuff. I really hope they'll do a New Hope thing, and if Sideshow is done with this stuff, I'd love to see them pick up Aliens too. That'd be cool.
They should do a set with R2 and C-3PO together.
You'd think, right?
Yeah.
You'd think they'd do that for A New Hope or something. It'd be pricey.
It would be, but it'd be great for the people that maybe passed on R2, not thinking they would get a C-3PO or that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh my god, 78 points over.
What did he say?
Comes in and saying, "Sup, boomers."
Fuck you. He's a boomer. Boomer. You're a boomer, dude. Stop. I'm Gen Z.
I'm a millennial now, I guess, which I hated that.
You're a millennial? Jesus Christ.
I am. Technically.
I'm Gen Z, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll talk about this. I mean, I don't know anything about the Kamen Rider Black Sun Battle Damage versus a pre-order, so I kind of jumped the gun on the stuff that came out in the pre-order. We'll just jump around anyway. Again, don't really know anything about Kamen Rider, but these all look cool.
Yeah,
they all look cool.
He comes with a screaming mouth too, right? Didn't they put that on this one? Doesn't he have?
Is it? Oh yeah. So. That's cool.
Doesn't it look awesome? I watched the first episode of this. I do want to go back to it eventually and watch more.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Just there's too much to watch. That's really what it is.
Yeah, it is, man.
But it looks really cool. They did a cool job with this. I love that open mouth.
The open mouth that makes it. I don't know why you'd ever have it with anything else. Oh, look, isn't that the Wolverine piece? Yeah,
I think so. Actually,
it's basically the Wolverine base without the grass. I think. Yeah, that's cool.
That's weird. I didn't know Hot Toys did that.
Reused bases.
Oh yeah,
I have like only 18 of the same base. I think in that display.
At least there's no footprints in it. Yeah, cool looking. Not for me. I don't know if anybody else in the chat is into this stuff. I don't know about the price on that one, but
yeah, Brian
nice.
Caps Live says that this is a dope rider from what I've seen. A couple of people are talking about the Kamen Rider. Yeah, he looks good.
Yeah, really, really. I guess we'll just pick one of these and go with it. This is nuts, man. I mean, I gotta say, I didn't just movie much, but goddamn, they love this figure, man. Holy crap.
Yep.
The people's eye and everything, man. It's insane.
They knocked it out of the park with that sculpt, and I don't know if that's because maybe I know The Rock is pretty hands-on with a lot of his like
I could see that.
and things like that. I could see him giving tips, but I can also just see there's a lot of reference material out there in the world for him, so maybe the sculptors just nailed it. But whatever magic came to make this figure look as good as it did, it worked.
I think you gotta be. I mean, it doesn't mean that you nail the face, but with a character that doesn't have any hair, you really got to the shape of that face because there's nothing to hide. You know what I mean? There's just nothing to well, we got the hair right, even though the nose is off or whatever. Like you really nail it. Yep. Completely. So, yeah.
Every photo I see of this figure, I have to stop for a second to be like, is this a photo of Dwayne Johnson or is this the Hot Toys figure?
That's fantastic. To me, The Rock is the same character in every movie. You know what I mean? He's. I was gonna say it'd be cool maybe if he got into the MCU, but I'm like, maybe not. I don't know. Being a bit part or something like that would be cool.
In the MCU, is that what you said?
Did I say MCU?
Oh, I don't know what you said. A bit part.
Yeah, I said the MCU. Since this is dead, and I don't know if he'll be back to the DCU or not. Maybe not.
I would like to know what character people would want to see The Rock as in Marvel, but not. I agree with you. Not a big role that has to be in like a bunch of movies or something like that. Like once maybe dies or something like that.
Yeah, I can see him as like Gladiator thing, right? From the
you nailed it in one. I gotta tell
right?
you, perfect Gladiator. Holy shit.
Perfect, and he's just like shows up in an X-Men movie like eventually at some point, and then he's gone. You know what I mean? But he'd be great as Gladiator.
Well, now I don't want to see anybody else as Gladiator because.
But yeah, this is exactly like Peacemaker. It's like, and I enjoyed Peacemaker at least. I don't have a DC collection. I don't really want a DC collection. Yeah. More and more of my collection we'll get on later on when we start talking about other things. But I'm just not buying stuff that I don't love. You know what I mean? Saw Dune, and I'm like, I love the first one, love the second one even more. Like this is something I want on my shelf. You know what I mean? This is something I'm happy with. I love to look at. But I know there are people who like this. So cool.
Like I do have a DC shelf of like some of my favorite villains and whatnot, and I ordered like Black Manta will be on there and whatnot.
That'd be good.
He'd be a great absorbing man. I saw that Victor.
That would be good. That would be good.
My problem with this figure though is that while it is absolutely perfect and it looks amazing, it is more like having The Rock on my shelf than having Teth Adam, Black Adam on my shelf.
That's the thing, man, because this character wasn't even really Black Adam as far as like Ira Black Adam being, you know what I mean? For as little as I read comics, like I know this isn't the Black Adam comic books.
It's also it's like how Jason Momoa's Aquaman is just Jason Momoa. They made Aquaman fit the actor. Yeah, I think that's some of the problem with the DC stuff is they kind of took the characters out of it and they're like, well, let's let the actor be the actor. And you can maybe say that about RDJ and Tony Stark, but like that's kind of how Tony Stark was in the comics too.
That's not great lighting there.
I just want to know what The Rock is.
That doesn't look good. What's that? I mean, God, the work put into this. I mean, obviously it was all done like prior, at least started prior to the movie coming out. But man, what a disappointment. But cool looking. If it should,
would you get this?
Bag.
No.
TJ?
No plans. Okay. It was great, but no.
Yeah. All right. How many of us have this coming?
Mine's coming on Monday.
Monday? Wow, where'd you get it from?
Sideshow.
Huh. I did too. They haven't even put me through for the final payment yet.
Oh,
which is weird.
It was an early pre-order for me. I don't know how much it actually.
Maybe you just got in before I did. I think I would kind of late to order this thing. It's kind of on the fence about it. Again, going back to, it's hard and fast rule or anything, but like I didn't really love Kenobi. You know what I mean? Yeah. And but it's a Vader. You know what I mean? I have a kind of a Vader collection, and it's a cool looking Vader, and it's a different looking Vader. Yeah, extremely unique. I mean, it reminds me of Rebels, even though, you know, it was the other side ace, but whatever. I could, you know, if I was going to have Rebels, I could put it on that shelf, but probably won't be doing that. But it looks great, man. That's been BG Toy Art was killed with these shots, man. Beautiful shots. That one right there. Yeah. Oh my god, so good. Just a little bit of the mouth there is really, really good.
I'm a sucker for blue and red combo.
Yeah, done well. It's really, really good. But yeah, it looks great. And you get the standard version. Looks cool. I mean, I don't know who's not displaying it with this helmet, but I guess if you have something that you didn't have
I think if it's your only Vader and you just want a cool Vader, but have that as an option, you put the regular helmet on.
Yeah. So this is going to be. It's weird because is this the like a New Hope look?
Rogue One / look. I don't
know. Because this would be prior to A New Hope, obviously.
By like a decade or two, right?
So this is probably more the Revenge of the Sith look, I'm thinking. Yeah, it must be. Yeah. These look great. I don't know if he's enhanced this, but if they've upgraded these to be a little more clear, sort of transparent, I really like that because some of them have not been great. Yeah,
it looks good.
Very nice. Great base. Base. Yeah. Cool. Oh,
ooh, this is Futuristic 97's first hot toy figure ever. And
wow.
What to start with.
Well, welcome, first of all, and congratulations. What is this? This is, what's her face's Sarah? Is that what the deal is with this? Reva. Yeah, right? Is that what the deal is?
I think so. It's from when he beat her in combat.
Yeah. He took the saber and beat her. But she lived, just like Sabine. Bizarre. We went over that kind of. All right, here we go. Now, did we get it? No, wait a minute. Let me go back to my notes because I think there's some other things that have been released. Darth Vader, C-3PO. Oh, Gorr. How do we Gorr? And Scarlet Witch. I think those are here. Now, okay.
Gorr's after, Scarlet Witch.
Yeah. Tom, did you get this?
No, I only got the WandaVision version.
Okay. That base is awesome. That base, right? That is incredible.
Yeah, the base is really cool. I think it's really just. I guess there is like you could tell if the actual patterning is 3D too. I thought it was just the candles and then it was a flat base, but I guess not.
I could buy that on the aftermarket because that would be just a great to have as a prop. Yeah. Like really, really cool. This looks good. I mean,
it looks great.
No, no, okay. It looks very good. It's a very good sculpt, but I don't think it looks much different than the last WandaVision.
Makeup a little bit, right?
Yeah,
to make her look a little eviler. That's all.
Yeah, she's got darker like eyeshadow and darker.
The crown is slightly different. The hair is different.
Translucent, right?
And I think it looks great. You know what's funny is I like the look of this toy more than I like the look of the suit from the movie. The suit from the movie looked like she was wearing like a bodysuit, like like fabric. My problem with a lot of the more recent MCU stuff is like their fabrics just look like plain old fabric. Like the Eternals just look like they were wearing, I don't know, like wetsuits, and I'm like, that doesn't look like an alien creature. And then with this, I was like, this doesn't look magical or anything like that, but it looks really good in figure form.
Yeah, it doesn't come off as like a Scarlet Witch look. I don't know.
No.
But I mean, that's interpretive, I guess. Yeah, this movie was okay. I don't need to represent
rewatch, actually.
Yeah, I have not seen it twice, so I'll have to watch it. But I mean, this is the kind of stuff where it's like deep cut. I know some people who just collect MCU, so you got to have like everything, or maybe you're happy with this being your Wanda because Wanda took a dark turn in comics and everything too. So this is your Wanda. This is your Wanda.
There's some great things about this figure that I like, and seeing Marvel go the dark route with Wanda, and it doesn't seem like they're done with her, the character. So
no.
That's great. We'll hopefully see a nice turnaround. Josh, it was fun. It was cool seeing Raimi. Like coming out of the theater, seeing it the first time, I was down on it because, the first Doctor Strange is one of my favorites. I loved him in Infinity War, and like even the brief little amount that he was in an Endgame, like all the stuff that he showed up in afterwards was amazing. And that movie was kind of just. At first, because I honestly didn't like the actress that played America Chavez. I think that was my big problem with it. But on the second watch, I just watched it for enjoyment's sake, and it was fun.
Future 97 says, "I'm scared to be a Hot Toys collector. I need to do the one and done." Wow, it's like chips, man. You can't just have one chip.
We all started doing the one and done, I think.
Yeah. Either you like Vader and you'll get another Vader. I mean, you get Return of the Jedi one coming out, which is different.
I mean,
or you
I know
like
some
Kenobi.
people on the show who have 5 Anakins.
That's crazy. I don't have 5.
Is it 6?
Well, actually, you know what?
6.
Well, I'm going to be seeing the regular one because I am getting that rooted one. So then it'll be 4. And I don't even like prequels. Anyway. I don't know. I don't understand. Yeah, nice from me, but nice.
That last picture looked like concept art. It looks really cool.
What was that?
Yeah, you don't have to go through it all again. That's fine. Yeah. She was like on like the gray background that looks like from the concept art for the movie.
Oh, okay. Yeah. All right, and then we got this guy.
I haven't brought myself to rewatch this movie yet, so I have nothing good to say.
Can't, man. I can't watch this movie. I was like, it's one of those movies that I was just kind of seething through, man. I was literally sitting. It's the only MU movie that I've gone that I'm like, should I leave? Should I just leave? and go do something else and watch this on Disney Plus when it comes out because I hated it, man. I hated how goofy it was, and Ragnarok, people said, "Oh, that part was funny and that was great." And it's like, "Oh, they like the funny. Let's do all funny. Let's make well, we don't have to dissect Love and Thunder, but this started out great."
Yeah, their tone just changed too much over the course of this movie.
I mean, I know I didn't run, so I wasn't like attached to the gore, look. Okay. Although when I saw it, I read a little bit of it and I thought it was really cool. I wish they had kind of done it that way. But when this first opening scene came, I'm like, oh, this is going to be some dark shit, right? This is going to be cool. I kind of know the story. This is going to be cool. And then it did not take that tone for the rest of the movie. It was fucking weird for such a dark subject. You know what I mean? And I don't remember one god being killed. I'm not really sure, but
I mean, Sif lost an arm.
Or butchered. Well, maybe butchered. I mean, I guess that's what it is. I mean, it looks great. It's a great head sculpt. They did a great job.
Looks amazing. If I had liked this movie and if Bale's gore overtook my love of the comic version, I would be getting this in a heartbeat, but it just didn't do it for me. Because this figure looks insane. It's another great one where you're talking about earlier about the bald head and you really have to nail the sculpt. They nailed the sculpt.
Yeah, they totally did. I mean, I don't care about the non-joints and the seams. I mean, I don't know. You could do seamless arms, but I guess what they say is like all this scar and stuff is just not possible in silicone without it being ripped up, or I mean, you just can't even do it really, without it being a problem. I mean, nothing's impossible, I guess, but just cause it just doesn't work. So I don't know. I know everybody's consternated about that. If I like this at all, it didn't bother me that was like that. Honestly. Yeah. They're hiding it.
I have no problem.
They're hiding everywhere here. Like it's, what I mean? You could put it on the shelf and you really see those. Yeah. TJ, this isn't for you either, right?
It's a good-looking figure.
Yeah.
In a terrible movie.
Exactly. Exactly. All right, we had Gorr, Scarlet with Kamen Rider. That's it. Okay, so that was released. Did any other thing was released, Tom, that you wanted to talk about in terms of, or is this all pre-order stuff?
I don't remember what else came out since last time we.
Oh, I didn't know if there were the any of the
Naruto
anime stuff that came out. Okay, Naruto stuff. Okay. This isn't up here. I don't know why we have to navigate to Sideshow to see it, but they don't have any pictures of this here. It was so strange. I don't know why. I don't know what happened, but
we can talk about Ahsoka for now.
Yeah. So let's go to Ahsoka. So they're doing kids, which is, you know what I mean? I guess like teenager.
I think it's really cool. Yeah.
You know, I mean, it's. I gotta say this. Like, I've seen a couple of shows now at this point with polls, and I'm not, you know, I'm not going at anybody or anything, but you know, saying is it bringing up the idea that it's weird that, you know, it's a kid and you're gonna have this kid on your shelf, like.
Spider-Man's a kid. What are you talking about?
What is?
Get out of here.
Like, it's weird when you bring it. I question your attitude towards it when you bring it up, like, because it's not even something to cross my mind. It's like it's a character in a show.
Exactly. It's
like Harry Potter. I enjoyed the Potter movies because I watched the movies, and am I sort of weirdo because that they're, you know what I mean? Like, it's like, I don't know. Like, you've always, when you were a little kid, like, little girls would like Skipper and Barbie, you know what I mean? It's like, it's just a weird, I don't know. I don't care if anybody's got an opinion on it in the chat, but like, it's a weird
opinion is that opinion is
take.
Dumb that you're even questioning it. That's my opinion on that.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, I mean, I have 11 from Stranger Things. I have every anime character is a kid that's from high school, and I have 1,000 anime characters on my collection.
Yeah.
What does it matter? Like,
they have weirder stuff,
perverted shit that these people are clearly belaboring on. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, I mean, there's people who, and no, all judgment aside, love like the waifu stuff. You know what I mean? Like, which is, you know, it's borderline. You know, you know, it could be weird in some cases. We don't have to go down that road, but like, I don't. I saw a discussion on it, and I'm like, this is bizarre. But this looks great. I mean, it looks great.
Yeah, it does look great, and I'm just excited to see them trying out this scale because there's a lot of characters that I want to see. As someone in the chat,
Ms. Marvel
was like my number one. When I saw this, I was like, this gives me hope that I'm going to get the Ms. Marvel Disney Plus show. Excuse me. That's the version of Ms. Marvel I want. Omega. There's like so many characters. That'd be great.
So I don't know what Ellen is. Yes, totally weird that people would question this, or I think it's a weird thing to question. Yeah, okay. Grew up with Leia and the Baroness. But yeah, I mean, well, even like Leia and the Baroness. I mean, Leia was, but he wasn't a kid. You know what I mean? Like, that's the whole point. It's like when Harry Potter came out, it was the same question that people were putting out there. I'm like, this is weird. You're making it weird, man. like
the first time the Harry Potter figures were shown, not InArt. If we're talking about Star Ace, no one said a goddamn thing. But now all of a sudden, because it's like, I don't know what it is today, and I feel like because there's this whole conversation politically.
Yeah, I know.
I think that's what it is. I think that's.
I think so too. I have that same feeling in the back of my mind, and I'm like, I don't want to believe that because I believe that started to creep into. Anyway, this is great. This looks really, really good. We'll get into, you know, the number of Ahsoka figures that we currently have.
Well, you need.
But I mean, people wanted this. Like
you have, Trevor. So you need.
A couple more. Yeah. Well, I mean, listen, the Anakins for me before. I really started to think about buying, like, and running out of room, and I just we won't get there yet. I don't have room for this. It's you know, I honestly liked when she got older in the Clone Wars personally, because I thought the character was a little annoying at first. I got used to it, but quickly. But she was, when she was Snips, it was a little bit. But I thought this actress did a great job. It was probably the best sequence of the entire show. It was memories, but whatever. But I don't remember her wearing the goggles. When did she wear the goggles?
I don't remember her wearing
not on the show.
Yeah, they might have just included those because
that's something from Clone Wars that I kind of remember that look, but I don't remember it in the show. Maybe when they were in the sand, I don't remember when they're going through the storm or whatever. Yeah, looks good. Does anybody know the price of this one? If one of you guys can pull up Sideshow and just let me know the price.
I thought it was like $250, $260.
Yeah, really good likeness, man. The likeness is really, really good.
Why can't this just be sorted by?
She's got the seamless arms, same as Ahsoka.
Oh, look at that!
$255.
$255.
Alan asked if she only has one saber. Yes, she does. I believe only come with one saber because this is back when she only used one saber.
Yeah, she only had one saber when she was out of one.
Oh yeah, that's the light.
Yeah, one's USB plug-in. So that's gonna be another USB saber, which is. I had to have a figure that has a USB. I don't know what the first one's gonna be that I'll get. Does the Vader have a USB saber?
I was just thinking that
from Kenobi.
I thought it did.
I think it does. I think it does. Hopefully.
Hey, maybe we'll see little Annie too from.
That's. I mean, not that this probably wouldn't get that, but that's what I'm kind of hoping that kind of stuff starts happening. Besides Ms. Marvel, I can't think of anybody else really.
I mean, I want I forget who said it in the chat, but when someone brought up Omega, I think it was Alberto. Omega is the last character.
Yes, Omega would be great. I'm really enjoying the last season of Bad Batch. Yeah, I haven't gotten all 4 episodes in. I think I'm kind of like
we're 5
savoring
episodes
it. Yeah, I'm kind of savoring it.
Yeah. 3 on the first night, and it's been 2 weeks since. So we've had 5. Yeah.
Oh, so I'm only 1 behind. Okay, that's good. Yeah, I got 4 so far. I'll probably watch the other one tonight, but it's been really good. I think it makes me feel like the last season of Clone Wars did.
Yeah, there's a lot of good emotional moments between all the brothers and whatnot. They've been hitting it. The very first episode, a lot of people were like, "Man, this is really dour. It's really down." I'm like, "Yeah, but they nailed that tone, didn't they? It really kind of came out perfect."
I kind of like that. I mean, I was not a fan of the filler shows, and I wasn't the fan even with Rebels and stuff. I wanted the story to move along, and this has been nothing but continuing single storyline. All working towards one end, as opposed to let's chase this beast for an episode. You know what I mean? Don't.
Yeah, because well, I won't say because you haven't seen the latest episode yet, but there's good stuff that happens with yes, this is kind of like a standalone offshoot episode, but you need this because of all the turmoil amongst the brothers that needs to work itself out. So that's a good episode to do that in, kind of thing.
If we get into this stuff, I'm going to jump over to Sideshow and take a look at Pennywise.
Super
Mandalorian. Nah, screw the Super Commando.
Screw you, then.
No. We'll take a look at it. We can take a look at it, but Sideshow doing Tim Curry Pennywise, which, I mean, before the original, man, Terry nailed this, man. He was scary as hell. This is. I got to go back and watch this again. I haven't seen this for a very long time.
Yeah, I have not gone back. I've seen the other one a lot now to this point that I forget almost.
It's got a very 80s TV movie feel to it. I do remember that. I think I watched some scenes from it when the new one was coming out, and I was like, oh, yeah. A little scary. So, yeah, I mean, the good news is, crappy Sideshow body that's likely under it is buried under a lot of clothing here, so you may be able to fudge if he stands up. We'll see. But I think did a pretty good job with this sculpt.
The sculpt looks great.
Yeah. Really good, especially. That looks really, really good. That looks great, too. I don't know that I need this. Again, I'm not a horror collector, but I enjoyed the show, but it's so old now at this point, it doesn't really have much nostalgia for me.
I think that this is specifically for the horror collectors. The collectors who are like, my collection is got the Freddy Kruegers, the Jasons, like all that, because the new Pennywise is great, but if you grew up loving horror, this is your Pennywise, right?
Yeah.
Like, you need that representation.
Right.
I like what they're teasing at the top here with that keychain.
Is it the Overlook?
Hotel. Yep.
That's Overlook Hotel. What the hell does that mean? Oh, that's the carpet, too. Look at the carpet.
I know. Yep.
I didn't even notice. Holy shit. What is that? What the hell does that mean?
It means I think that we might be getting a Jack at some point.
Oh, my God. All right. Time to custom. Well, we'll see how it comes out. 285. That's wild, man. Do you think that's just like something that they have in the office or something? And
100%
they took
purposeful. I guarantee it.
You think so?
Why
Yeah.
else would they put
It's
the
weird.
keychain right next to him?
I know, but it's like, what's the tie-in? Is it they're just doing a horror line now? You think it's going to be like kind of a series of stuff?
Well,
It's possible.
Beetle kind of fits into the horror line, right?
True.
So
Okay. Okay. True. Yeah.
they seem to be doubling down on this theme right now, where it's just like, okay, I can see them doing a wave of here's our 2024 horror collection kind of thing.
Everybody needs that. Ronald McDonald, maybe. 285.
That's a lot.
You get 2 sculpts, 3 sculpts.
If you get 3 sculpts, that makes it.
You got the smiling standard one. You got this, and don't you have like one more?
You go to the description at the bottom.
Oh, I guess it's just 2. I think it's just 2. Okay. Yeah, just 2. I think that's the same one as this one. Yeah. So, all right, not bad. I mean, I never think that Sideshow figures are more than 250, but not too bad. If you're a fan, I think it looks good. I think it looks cool. And you got Beetlejuice. Here we go.
Do you think that? So Sideshow's clearly doing Beetlejuice from the original movie. Do you think that we'll be seeing from whatever the Beetlejuice movie, Hot Toys be taking a stab at the new one?
I don't know.
Like do that kind of thing, like Indiana.
That they don't want to go back and do old stuff. Oh, yeah, unless it's a reissue or something. No, like I seem to think that just really stuck on Star Wars and Marvel at this point, and a couple of ancillary, more Asian market things.
I mean, they got League of Legends. They got the Kamen Rider.
Well, again, it's kind of an anime, and like it's a little more world.
Anime. That's just video games.
Well, okay, a video game, yeah. Well, I mean, it's anime, right? I mean, well, there's takeoffs with those characters. That's the video game characters.
Jeff White asks, how are Sideshow figures? Is it more like a statue, or will it be more like a large figure? It is a 1/6 scale full figure. Sideshow's bodies tend to leave a little bit to be desired in terms of quality comparatively to Hot Toys and the like.
Yeah.
They've gotten better than what they used to be, but I don't own any since they've gotten what I've heard to be better. Personally.
Yeah, it's weird. It's like things like I'm looking at the Wolverine that they did, the comic book Wolverines. I mean, they're like custom bodies made for those things, and yet for all these other things, they go out hidden underneath anything like this. Not this, but the Pennywise. It seems like they go out and buy the cheapest body on the market, floppy joints and horrible. Man, they're really, really bad. Maybe they've improved that. I haven't had a Sideshow for a long time. I don't think.
Yeah, that's the thing. My one Sideshow I think on my shelf now is just the brown costume Wolverine, and that body is atrocious. Like they should be ashamed for that body. But the figure looks great. Like once you have it posed,
is it the same body as the yellow one, Tiger Stripe?
No,
it's a different body.
Different.
Okay.
And I can guarantee you that because your Tiger Stripe, the head. Remember we talked about this because you were.
Oh, it doesn't. Yeah, it's a different body.
Column under there, and you just slide the head over this column. It's
right.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, that body is pretty good. I mean, to say that's a decent body on that figure. It holds its form and it looks pretty good, but it's completely different type of thing. I think that's the same body they use for every one of those X-Men. The same one they use on Cyclops and the same one they use on.
If they use the same body for Wolverine and Cyclops, they have failed.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
Wolverine should be like a foot or two shorter than Cyclops.
Shorter and probably,
Stockier.
Wider, stockier.
Yes.
Yeah, exactly.
Definitely.
Yeah. Beetlejuice will be your first sideshow. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I hope that they've done something, better with these. So now, what is this? Is this just Beetlejuice?
That looks like
this is Beetlejuice. Yeah.
But this was
I remember that chair.
Like weeks before the Tim Curry Pennywise.
Right.
So they might have had another figure lined up and ready.
Right.
It looks good on this. The hair is fuzzy, but the sculpt looks good.
Yeah, I haven't really looked at it side by side. I mean, to me, the hair is the big glaring kind of. It looks pretty good. I mean, it's not bad.
Yeah, I do think it looks pretty good. I agree with. I forget who said it in the chat. It doesn't come with a lot for the price, though, and I feel like
that's the problem too. Yeah, the sideshow is severely lacking in accessories for most of their figures.
And that's something to be saved because it is an American company, and the stuff here costs a lot more to make.
Yep. Well, even when you're developing, and I'm not but when you're developing and tooling and stuff, we're in China, like Hot Toys is. Your stuff is right there. Sending things back and forth for samples and marking them up and doing them back. It all takes time. It all takes money. Shipping is insane. You know what I mean? Like when you're shipping out everything to distributor, it's one thing on a ship. When you're shipping, little by little and stuff, it's a little more expensive. So I mean, I get that a small company is going to be more expensive than Toys. Even development time. People talking about InArt. I keep seeing. Well, we'll get to that when we get to Paul, but yeah. I mean, for me, is this for any of us here or no?
I loved this movie growing up, though. I watched it, I don't know how many times. I'm excited.
It's a good movie.
I just don't
need
it. Beetlejuice isn't one for my shelf. There's a lot of movies I love that aren't characters that need to make my shelf.
Right. Yeah, enjoy. I mean, enjoy the movie, but I don't need. This is this is kind of where I'm getting at this point. Like, I like the movie. It was like, what was I thinking of? Even with the boys, like, I really like the boys. The 112 figures from Mayfex are great.
Yeah,
I don't think I need these 1/6 versions. You know what I mean? I'm feeling like I don't need these anymore. So I think those might.
If you're doing like a lot of portrait photography of 1/6, I totally get it because that is 100% like a lot of the figures that I want.
But they're not great. They haven't nailed a head sculpt on any of that. Like nothing. Homelander was not great. Billy isn't great either. Billy isn't. No, not really. Nah.
Okay.
Yeah, it's good. So it's like, what am I getting these? You know what I mean? They're not like ideal. They're not just like great looking figures. The clothes, everything looks really, really nice on him. He's got some great accessories. He's got a baby with the light up eyes. Really cool. But like, just doesn't really look like him. And why don't I have to go out and buy another sculpt for this thing to make it look great when I don't really? Yeah, it's a show I enjoy. I don't need to have on the shelf necessarily in every form. So $280 for Beetlejuice. Ships next in November this year. Cool. Nice. You want to jump over to what are we looking for? The Mando.
It's the Mandalorian Super Commando.
Yeah, just do Mando. There's boom.
I lost
TJ, I'm gonna
all this. Oh, I pre-ordered.
Did you?
And it went up.
Did you?
Yeah.
Really?
Hell yeah!
Did you too, TJ?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? A Mandalorian to stand behind my Darth Maul? Oh, fuck yes, I'm pre-ordering that.
Yep.
Yeah, but it's got to be. So you have the Clone Wars Darth Maul then?
No, I'm gonna put my regular. I don't care. It's good enough.
Oh,
okay. God,
good for you.
Remember Phantom Menace. Yeah, that doesn't bother me.
I liked. I mean, it's cool look. I gotta say, it's cool looking. I'm surprised I'm not as tempted by it, but I'm just not. I just don't. It's like another one of those things where I'm like, well, first of all, I'll start to get into it. Like, it's fucking. There's 13 fucking figures from Ahsoka already, man. You know what I mean? And they're like figures. Like,
I see this more as a Clone Wars figure. I know it says Ahsoka, but this is their way to make this because this is from Clone Wars. There's a reason why I'm getting this.
Well, not the specific figure, but I mean, yeah. I mean, the idea of his guard was from Clone Wars, yes.
Exactly. Like, I consider getting 2 of them to flank my freaking Darth Maul because I love them.
Yeah. I mean, that was a cool part of Clone Wars. Don't have this. I didn't buy into this Clone Wars Mando or Maul, so I don't feel like that. That Maul. I just don't feel like I need this unless I have that, and I don't want to go out and buy that as well.
Sorry,
this head still looks tiny to man. It still looks tiny.
Yeah, the neck on that is weird too. Like you can't move that neck at all, right?
But the case? Oh yeah, because it's the body.
Yeah, the body. I hate those bodies.
Yeah. I don't know what else you're gonna do there, unless you do the rubber neck.
Joint. I have no problem seeing a joint.
Really, a joint right in the middle of that?
Right here? Yes.
The clavicle there? No.
Yeah, all my 112 scale figures have that. So why not?
Well, did you not see what the shit that people had over Gorr and the Superman 2099? Come on, man. There's no way.
Because I avoid anybody talking about 1/6 because I just get angry at them being angry, and I'm not going to do that.
There is there is the body where the middle part is rubber. It's a rubber top over a plastic. You've seen that. I'm sure you've got a figure like that. So.
Yeah,
I think the Han Solo bodies, the original Solo bodies, were like that, and a couple other ones. So, so you can have the seamless neck and still the chest, and the neck on that at least flexes. You get a little ripple on it. You can at least kind of turn it and bend it side to side. I'm not sure if that's this or not. I'm not having it, but TJ, you pre-ordered this as well?
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I don't think so.
People are just going to have to deal with my pictures of my Phantom Menace Darth Maul with this. I don't care.
Actually.
Yep.
Yeah. Gonna get a lot of that.
Oh, I'm sure. Whatever.
All right. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let's get it over with here. I mean, people are loving this. I mean, everybody wanted this. Everybody. Okay. In Ahsoka, if there was anything that caught my attention or kept my interest, it was these two from the beginning.
Okay.
And then it didn't go anywhere. You know what I mean? Like, and now this actor I loved him in this, and now he's probably
more planned for him.
Oh, hell yeah.
They had more planned for him, and it's a shame. No, they're not going to be able to do it.
Well, I think they're going to recast him. I mean, I hope they recast it. I mean, he was great. Get over yourself. It was 8 episodes. He wasn't even in all of them. Like, recast him and keep the story going. It's stupid to make some excuse that he didn't make it through. I mean, there's definitely, as uninteresting as it was to me anyway, they're definitely going for the, father and the, and the 3 pinnacles of the Force thing, and they were going to take that ace or whatever. They have to continue that storyline. I mean, I don't know how you drop that completely or just make it like, oh, he's off that cliff that he was standing on at the end of the year. Like, come on, what are you going to do? What do you guys think of this before I go nuts?
Oh, I think it looks great. TJ?
It looks wonderful.
Yeah. You both getting this?
No.
I think I'm getting it.
Okay. I love the designs. I mean, the fact that this armor and the pitting and the what do you call it? The Vigri, what is that called? Yeah.
Patina.
The patina of it. Yeah. It's really cool. I mean, I didn't really pay attention too much to the costume that he was wearing for the most part, like beads and stuff. But
the same thing but when I saw this figure, I was like, ooh, this costume has some nice detailing. I don't think I noticed during the show at all.
Yeah. There are times when it looks, I think in this light, it looks pretty good. And then you go here and I'm like, something's missing. I don't know. It's off. But it's just, I don't know. As much as I like them in the show, and the fact that this is the most interesting thing for me in the show, and they didn't really do a whole hell of a lot, says something. Looks great. Looks really cool. I'm gonna guess there's a lot of people in the chat who are gonna get this because I mean everybody's losing it over this.
There's been a lot of people calling for this for a very long time. Since the show came out, basically. And I think every single person who was calling for it is going to probably end up pre-ordering this. But it's not going to do much for the people that were not going to get it, like you, obviously.
No, I mean, there would have been a time like this when the show first started and they came on that it's like, what do I mean? How did they add to the storyline, Star Wars? You know what I mean?
Can you put Cat Libs' latest comment up? I can't add comments, otherwise I would.
Yeah. Oh, I could. Why can't you?
Oh,
you should be able to.
Part of my whole bullshit before I joined on is I couldn't sign in because I had to re-download Chrome. So.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah. All right. TJ, can you bring up chats or no?
I'm not logged in.
Oh, okay.
I forgot.
Glad I'm paying for that. Thanks for.
Hey, I'm usually logged in.
I know. Yes. It's fun. Strap in, man. It's fine. But it looks good. It looks really good. People want it's the hood's great. The cape looks nice. Everybody's like orange lightsaber, cool. Like okay, great. Nice. It looks great. I mean, they did a great job on this costume. It's really, really nicely designed. Meticulous fabric selection. I love when they give themselves adjectives. It's great. Stupendous, superior. What is he running?
Oh, I figured you were going to ask that. I was just about to pull it up. How much?
Okay. 285.
285.
Okay.
Oh yeah, and Shin is 280. Okay.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Speaking of which, so they dropped her right after that, and everybody lost their shit for a second time. I didn't realize how similar their clothing was too. In design, it's interesting. What do we think of this? I'll be honest. Like I looked at this and I was like, "Wow, they nailed this." And in places, I think they did. And then there's times when I'm seeing Billie Eilish mixed with ScarJo, like somehow. Like, this first one, I'm like,
in some, but she kind of did on the show too. But like, I think they nailed this a little less than they nailed Balin for me personally.
Yeah.
They did a better job of Balin, but she's not bad by any means.
No. I mean, this armor and stuff it's a great design. And it's very almost like medieval looking. Yeah. Even with the stitching on this is very medieval inspired, man. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, it's cool. It's kind of like the Clone Wars looks from the cartoon for the Jedi, but instead of it being clone armor, it's like actually medieval armor. And it's
cool. It almost feels like Old Republic looking.
Yes.
You know, some of the imagery that they've done around all the Old Republic and stuff.
Actually, it's a really smart design for what the characters were like, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it looks great. I don't think, like you said, Tom, I don't think this is quite as good a likeness as Balin. Yeah, I mean, they look good together.
I think
there.
It's to be those bangs with sculpted hair too, because it kind of just.
Yeah, I mean, I know they're not spend. Yeah, they're not going to spend money on doing Rooted for this, but this is a figure that, if I were interested in it, I think I would have somebody with this because I think it would look amazing.
Oh, I could definitely see the ScarJo on the face on the left, or sorry,
right here.
Yeah, that one. Yeah, that face for sure.
Sure. There's a little. It gives me like there was one in particular in here that I was like, that's Billie Eilish and ScarJo. I think it might have been this one.
I don't know if Billie
sort
Eilish
of
really
mixed.
like, so I wouldn't be able to.
Yeah, it's more than the eyes, like the dark eyes, stuff like that. But I mean, it's a cool looking figure. It's a cool costumes. They did great jobs costuming. Maybe the saving grace for this show for me, I guess.
All right, enough of the little jabs. Just say it's a nice costume and move on. It's fine.
I'm just saying.
We know. Oh, we know. We hear. If I had unlimited space, I would get these two for sure. That's my thing. The reason why I'm not getting them isn't because I don't like them, and it isn't because I honestly I'm just out of space. So when I'm getting stuff, I need this figure kind of feeling.
Like listen, if these two they spun it off on a show and do this movie, And I don't even know. Is there a season 2 of Ahsoka that we know of yet?
Greenlit.
Is there? Okay, they did greenlit it? Okay. If something happens with these, if somehow they get, the writing turns.
Alan, you're not the only one who liked the show. We all liked the show. Trevor is just the only one who didn't, and he's talking.
I'm not the only one who didn't. I'm not the only in this group, maybe, but I'm not the only one who didn't. I just think I think it's overrated. Like, if they did something, I would love these characters. I thought they were interesting characters. I thought they did nothing with them, and just along with everything else. But I mean, it's the reason that I get them. It's a shame because they're great looking figures. I look at a shelf filled with, stuff from the Mandalorian, which was kind of like, it was great. I mean, I like Mandalorian, but there's just deep characters that I'm like, do I need these characters? Do I need everything? That's very ScarJo right there too. It might be more Billie Eilish.
For me, it's Elizabeth Olsen and ScarJo.
Oh, that is, yeah. There you go. That a little bit too. I mean, not that she doesn't have that look, but I don't think they nailed her look. Meticulous fabric select. It's a great looking figure. This $285 as well.
$280.
$5 cheaper.
Set extra $5.
Because she's like a quarter of an inch shorter.
That's true. It's all that plastic. That's right. So before we'll jump over to this. Let's go over here.
Where are we going now? What's next?
Going InArt.
Yep.
Instant pre-order.
I'm okay
did you guys
with
all
the whole rest of the show talking about this if you want?
Because you don't want to talk. You don't want me to talk about Ahsoka. That's what
no. Honestly, I just want to talk Dune. That's all I've been wanting to talk about for weeks is just talk about Dune.
We'll talk about Dune. Let's talk about Dune, and we'll see where that goes, and maybe you can save the show. So these went up. It was like I got up at like 6:00, and I had forgotten that I thought they were going on sale at like 3 a.m. or something, and I didn't know it was going to run. I thought it was like it wasn't like a limited edition, like it was a timed thing. I think it's like you got a 24 hours or something.
They sent out an email saying time was running out today.
Okay, all right.
But funny enough, I had to like log back in, and I was like, "Did you not get my order?" And I checked, and I was like, "No, you did get my order."
Yeah.
Also, I ordered this at 4:00 in the morning because that's when the drop happened for me on the West Coast. So I was like, did I fever dream myself pre-ordering this at 4:00 in the morning or what?
Yeah, 6:00 I got up and it said sold out. And I'm like, are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? Did I miss this? Are you kidding me? Because I purposed up at 6 thinking, all right, that'll be plenty of time. I didn't want to set an alarm for 3:00 and find, because I wasn't sure. And I'm like, fuck me. All right, I guess I missed it. It's not that you can't get it anywhere else. If you ordered, the deal with this is if you order from Queen Studios directly, you get the Muad'Dib, you get the little mouse. So we get the standard version. We'll take that in a minute, but I mean for some people, but this tiny little thing here, the desert mouse, the Muad'Dib is what I had to have.
It's the one that leads the way. You need the mouse.
It's what his name comes from. It's like it's so much about the spoilers. Sorry, not a big spoiler, but whatever. This looks incredible. This I hesitate to say that this be the best looking one yet that they've put out from InArt. Can I zoom here?
I don't know. They're kind of like all top marks that it's hard to like judge one over the other because honestly they all have been looking so good. But this looked
I think they've improved over time. I mean, I think Gandalf was great. I think the Joker was good. Looking at a couple, like even I gotta say, looking at the JMB Joker, I think they might have done a better job with the sculpt. Okay. But it's still great. It's a great looking figure. Oh, very happy with it. Yeah, for sure.
My one concern when we talked about before jumping on the show is that this is a Dune 1 Paul Atreides.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And I think in hindsight, I probably would have liked a Dune 2 Paul Atreides.
Right. But what we were talking about before the show as well is that's insane. Yeah. That is so good. That is like, so I showed my wife this too. Like, she's like, holy shit. She's like, you getting that? She likes Timothée Chalamet, of course, but insane. It's incredible. Yeah. what we were talking about is whether or not we don't know anything about InArt in terms of like creating a line. Now they've shown us Aragorn, shown us Legolas, or at least in silhouette. But I mean, they've been kind of hedging, hemming and hawing when John's on shows saying, people are saying, are you going to do the full Fellowship? And he's kind of like, yeah, maybe. I think we may possibly, so you don't even know.
They're so early that they're trying to test the waters to see how.
Yeah.
Sells, obviously.
Of course. Yeah. I wouldn't want to commit to everything under the sun. Right. But that being the point, we don't know if we're ever going to get any other Dune figure. I mean, I can't imagine, since they have the license and it's a global license and it's a phenomenal movie. The first one is too, but I mean, this is just doing gangbusters. You just go, yeah, that's enough. We're good. So I assume you would get another one, and I would assume that if this does well, you will see one from part 2, which I liked a little better as well. But at least you basically get to reuse the skull ice, right?
I think so. Yeah, the sculpt is the same. The only difference is, you'll get a little
the blue eyes.
Yep. And then the outfits you could do more outfits because he has a lot of different stuff that he wears over the course of it, and it looks more unique. That looks like a shot from the movie. I mean, they all insane. Yeah.
I don't know what I'm going to do with mask, because you just, what point of that? Although I do have the other company that's doing these dog toys, which I got the initial, sort of Atreides military uniform, Paul Atreides. It's not a sculpt. It's okay. It's good. It's passable. I don't know if it's fine.
Yeah.
I'm almost tempted to see if I could find somebody in the aftermarket selling this, but I assume this head is going to be like $200 alone, at least, maybe $250.
It's at the price of $500 for the figure. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe you do like the sculpted hair for that one, because that already has sculpted hair, but it could
looks really good too. I gotta say, I'm almost.
Yeah, we'll jump over to that. Let's take a look.
I'm almost a little upset at myself that I didn't just go sculpted, knowing that we'll probably be getting a Dune 2 Paul eventually.
Yeah,
and that's the one I really want for my shelf.
Right.
I probably should have gotten this one sculpted and gone rooted on the second one.
I don't think it looks quite as good. Do they have any pictures of the hair, or what's going on here? Good Lord.
You gotta look at the thumper.
What do you look at him? Look at him. Come on, you gotta have them.
No, Alan, the deposit pre-order is $70, not the figure. The sculpted hair I think was $370, and the rooted hair was $475. Right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah.
But you can put a deposit down, which is great. And you can order for the first time, since it's an international license, directly from Queen Studios. It says like flat rate shipping, but I don't know what flat rate shipping is. So you're paying.
It doesn't tell you what that is. It just says it on every image. I'm like, cool, but what is the flat rate?
It's $300. This does look very good. I've seen some other pictures that they put up on, I think, Instagram of it.
Yeah.
It's not. It's not as good looking as the rooted hair, but they do a damn good job with the sculpted hair, man. I have to say, they do a really nice job.
I think the styling of it for this picture specifically, the styling of this hair looks more natural than some of the pictures of the rooted hair. Of course, with it being rooted hair, you can futz and fix it and have like little strands falling.
Or you can fuck it up.
Yeah, or you can make it way worse.
You can completely fuck it up. Yeah.
Yeah.
This is gonna. Anybody who hasn't had rooted hair, if you're thinking about this again, and I can't even count how many times I was in a chat somewhere when they were talking about the Joker when it came out, and everybody's like, I don't want to have to comb the hair of the. No. You don't want to comb. You don't want to touch. If you don't touch it,
it's perfect.
You never have to do anything to it. You know what I mean? Yes, the Jokers came out of the jar. Some of them had like a little bit of a craziness. You put a little bit of Dax wax or something on it to keep gray hairs away. But this is going to be solid. You see all these little strands here. You're going to hit those, and they're going to crunchy. They're going to be they're going to bounce right back. So as long as you don't touch it too much.
When you go to move the eyes is when you're going to run into some issues.
Yeah,
you're going to have
that
to
problem.
Separate the head a little bit to kind of get in there.
Well, I still don't understand they're not doing through the neck eyeball rotating. It doesn't make any sense. Like you'd think it'd be the easiest route to get into that area with a tool and just move them. I mean, I don't know. I don't know what they're doing for this. I'm hoping they do things like that because I can't imagine taking the back of the head off on this thing. Like,
Alberto says Joker's hair is fine to this day, and I'm in fucking Florida. I'm like, yeah, that humidity.
Yeah,
yeah,
exactly. Yeah, yeah. Humidity could be a problem.
Yep.
Possible. It doesn't. It's really there's so much product in. There's so much. It's so hard that it's not gonna move unless you really mess with it and touch it too much. But yeah, this instant pre-order. TJ, you haven't seen the movie yet, so you haven't like.
You saw the first one. Is what this is from.
That's true. Yeah. That's.
Oh wow, he just didn't want the dude talk anymore. He's like, I'm out of here.
Flat rate shipping. Yeah, there's nothing. Figure information.
Nothing says it. I clicked around.
Oh, you did this? Okay.
I did, but again, like I said, it was at 4:00 in the morning. So
first half of 2025. I mean, that's an estimated date. I know that there are people, that haven't gotten Gandalf yet because the Gandalf has taken a little while to, I guess, to ship.
But I think we're going to get these first, getting directly from Queen versus.
I think so too. Of shipping, yeah. But the point being, I'm seeing a lot of people going, "Yeah, I can't wait to get this in 2035," and I'm in 3 years, and I'm like, first of all, the company hasn't been around 3 years, and we've got 3 figures that are already in public. You know what I mean? Like that people have gotten. I know everybody hasn't gotten Pennywise. I know everybody hasn't gotten Golf, but they are coming out. You know what I mean? And some people have had them for months, and it was. I think I did the math that it was like Joker took like 16 months. And then Gandalf took like 14 months. Pennywise about the same.
Short,
it's all Hot Toys.
Yeah,
that's
all
Hot Toys.
Than most Hot Toys. Are you kidding me?
Yeah, we've waited over 2 years for certain Hot Toys. I remember. Oh. I can't remember off the top of my head, but like which ones they were. But there were several.
Ant-Man and the Wasp from Ant-Man and the Wasp took 3 years from the time they solicited
there you
them
go.
to the time they got in hand. And I remember thinking that I was throwing money in the toilet. Honestly,
yeah. So I was getting a little tired of people just talking about how long it's taking. Like, first of all, a smaller company. Second of all, rooted hair is a time-consuming thing. The details on these things are great,
and they post updates constantly. And they post updates. If a person comments on it and has a critique, they respond to me like, "That is a very good point. We will look into doing." Like they actually respond to the people. They make the edits where the edits are done. Like I say, take as long as you need to make the perfect freaking figure because you guys have not done me wrong so far.
Yep.
And I'm very happy with everything I've gotten.
Yeah.
So
I'm totally open to if this was going to take 1.5 to 2 years, I'd be fine with that. You know what I mean? I've waited 2 years for figures that I've been super disappointed in. I mean, but I attempted to add to a cart the way this thing is bouncing.
I'm getting stressed out by watching it bounce. You actually
it was just like, oh, God. So yeah, I do have to go back here though. So this is $90 deposit and $475 for the rooted. So $385 balance, and then $70 deposit and $290 balance, $360 total for the sculpted one. I mean, $360. For sculpted hair, I mean, it's got the purrs. I mean, I guess if you compare it to a Hot Toy, it's a pricier.
Oh, it's way pricier.
Figure by $70, right? Like, $80 because we're talking about $280 for basic figure with rolling eyes.
Yeah.
And I don't know that there's anything here that you get. I mean, I think they do a great job with clothing. I think all that stuff on top of just the head sculpt quality and. I guess if you're not going to rooted hair, the sculpted hair looks great, but it is just sculpted hair. But even the clothing on like Joker figure are equivalent to any custom Joker clothing I've gotten past. So it's high quality clothing. But I don't know between the InArt Batman, which we don't have yet. That's the longest one. That's taken like 17. We still don't know what's going on, but
and I think that's why people are getting upset is because it's Batman. Honestly.
I think it's Batman. Yeah, Batman. Because the Hot Toys and everybody's like, "Oh, you should have beat Hot Toys." I mean, they're doing what they're going to do. They're going to do a good job with it. Hopefully the cape is than the Hot Toys when the Hot Toy cape is fucking terrible. We'll see. That's going to be the first comparison where you can legitimately put two side by side and say, you know, this is worth the extra work, and it's a better body, a better suit, whatever, better clothing. So it's up to you. Or not that $80 is too much of a premium for a figure like this. And you can get the Og toys $285 or something like that.
Oh, it's true. I always forget about that company doing them.
Yeah.
I just hope that this one does well enough that, like we were talking about, they end up diving into the line a little bit more. Because I would think that Chani would be next, and then we would get.
I really hope so. Fade has to happen, man. Yeah. He was
my favorite character from the movie is his mom, though. Like, honestly, even coming out of the second one again, her performance in that second movie is insane.
Yeah. Yeah, she was incredible. It's a great character. I mean, she was amazing. So this is the Og toys, which, quite honestly, I mean, I don't think they did a great job with the sculpted hair here. It's a little crazy. But honestly, this is not a bad sculpt. Yeah, it's pretty good. If you want to go and spend $285 and you're good with it, doesn't have rolling eyeballs, so it's just the one look. Again, I think the hair is a little chunky.
Yeah, it does look like a statue. It's funny because it looks like a statue in some pictures, whereas you confuse it for a statue versus where you confuse the InArt one for the actual actor. Like, I don't know what it is about the differences. Like, this one looks plastickier, just in the face.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, for sure. The paint isn't quite the same. Yeah. But I mean, I think everything else on it looks authentic. Yeah. I mean, I haven't gone back and forth and compared clothing style and the details and stuff yet. There might be some things that aren't accurate, but you'd hope that they would be doing that. But it's just a sculpt. I mean, it's just sculpt isn't quite there.
Yeah.
But, I mean, honestly, you do that, it's great on the shelf. And that's
like half the price, I imagine.
$250.
Okay.
$250.
Half the price of the rooted one.
Literally half the price of the rooted one. Yeah. And then I think this is good. I may order this, even though they are doing one and they have it. I would love to see them do this character, but again,
he was in that armor for like 5 seconds in the movie, like really one split-second scene. Like, it's hilarious.
Yeah, it looks cool. It looks cool.
It does look cool. I'll give you that. But that is like the shortest amount of screen time.
Yeah. I mean, the only other thing you got him in is the uniform. The military uniform, and then you got him in like a nightshirt or something like that, hanging, with some slacks.
Uniform would be the one that you go for, but yeah.
It just looks a little more sci-fi cool,
Like laying in a chair. Why not?
I wish they could figure out something for the field. You know what I mean? Some sort of, like, I don't know, plastic thing that would go around them or something that would look like that.
Yeah.
It was stupid, but
I don't know how you do that. Cool. Really,
I think the sculpt is excellent. I think they really did a good job with this. They do a little bit of a dead eye thing going on, but too bad here.
Bad as some of the Hot Toys ones I've seen in the past.
Yeah, no, not at all. Oh, I didn't see this teased. Shit, I missed Duncan, Idaho. Interesting. Okay, and then they did. This is the one I got. I don't think this is very good. I like the uniform look is good, but the sculpt is really not there. Yeah. So this is where I'd like to get maybe the InArt sculpt and put on this, because that's a cool look too.
Yeah, but if you have the InArt sculpt, you couldn't get the rooted or the sculpted hair, because he did have his hair pulled back like that.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, that's true. And then this is
that's the worst of them so far.
Gurney is a little off. Here it looks okay. I mean, there's places where it looks all right.
How much time has passed between the first movie and the second movie? Because his hair is really long in the second movie, and I forgot that it was this short in the first.
Well, I mean, it picks up, but there are some time jumps in there, like, right?
Oh,
it picks up from there, and then I think in the book, I think there was a 12-year time period or something. I want to say like that.
After the 12-year.
Because his am I spoiling things? I don't want to. Well, I mean, in the 80s movie, like, his sister born, right? And she's like 3 or 4, right? So I guess it must have been like 3 years or something like that, 3 or 4 years or something like that between them. Maybe she's a little older than 3 or 4. I don't remember, but there was a period of time, that they don't really talk about in the movie, but it's definitely time has passed.
Because if you think about it, like his hair doesn't grow. His sister
hell yeah, man. I want
isn't
that too.
born during that entire time, but yet she was pregnant from the time his hair is like this, and the time that he comes back and his hair is really long. She's still pregnant. So it's like, what is the time?
Yeah, I don't know if they're playing. I don't know if they're playing up that there's an unusual pregnancy, or if that has been within the course of 9 months. I mean, I know played with the timeline and played with some of that. I don't know. I'm not really. I would love Christopher Walken. I think I will take everything from this movie that I can get. I love these movies. I loved just about everybody in them. Stilgar, I need a Stilgar for sure.
Stilgar is like one of my favorite characters.
He was so good in this. He was great in the first one, but the limited time he was on the screen, man, he was so good in this. Javier Bardem is so good. All right, let's jump back over to some third-party stuff real quick here.
TJ, you're gonna go see this? Oh no, that's right. You said you're gonna wait for it to be on streaming.
Yeah, I don't trust the dogs to be left alone for an hour or more.
You should get a crate, man, for the dogs. They're not gonna chew through metal. You don't have hellhounds with metal jaws.
They're gonna freak the fuck out.
Actually, the crates are what calmed down a lot of dogs. That's what got Eli to get over his separation anxiety, and Suki, his sister, when I was bringing them up. Because I didn't have a crate at first, and then I got one because of that.
See.
Oh, did Trevor freeze?
Trevor frozen?
I don't. I was about to say, like, I haven't heard a word from him in a while, and he's just staring.
Oh, he just messaged us. He lost internet.
Here's the bad thing though. Neither of us are logged in, so neither of us can really control the show, and we lost Trevor entirely.
Got these beer bubbles.
We do. I can't even control the layout, so we're stuck in this little side pocket. But hey, 1 6-pack, some beer.
Yeah.
How are you doing on your Guinness, by the way?
I finished 3.
Nice job. I have to go to the bathroom, so I'm running the risk of not opening up a second one. Like, yeah.
All right, I don't know what the fuck happened there, man.
Okay.
That was everything just went blank, and it was like, you're done. You're offline. I don't know why.
I just got your text. Yeah, I'm glad you're back though, because we were discussing how neither of us being logged in means neither of us can control anything. Like
I know. I know.
We missed you.
Yeah.
Hey, we're back.
We're back. All right, a couple things to talk about third party wise.
This is a good suit in body.
Yeah.
Perhaps. That face.
An interesting take on it. I just don't know. I don't know who's into
Vampire
this.
J.
Vampire J. Yeah, that's great.
It would be a good body to put the Arkham head on if you wanted. Although that body's so good, I don't know why you would use this. I couldn't find the need for it.
It's a sort of interesting design. It's not very inspired, but I mean, it's $150. I mean, I guess if you're a big Joker fan, it's something.
It's 112.
That's 112. There you go.
Oh yes. Oh,
there
all
you go,
of
Tom.
the flashes.
Hell yeah, we got a lot of flashes to talk about, man.
Man,
are you getting all the flashes, Tom?
Yeah. No, I'm gonna get a couple of them, but not all of them. I can't get all the flashes. I already have 2 on my shelf, so I'm not gonna get. So I never watched the actual old '90s Flash show. So,
this one,
right? I never watched this one, but I might get him as Jay Garrick from the latest Flash show because he comes back and he plays a different Flash in the new show.
The same guy, Henry Ship.
Same actor. Plays Jay Garrick, which is the original Flash from the comics, the Justice Society Flash. With the
I did this closely. I guess this looks
it's
a little
weird.
Right? It's like a cloth suit as opposed. Wasn't this like all rubber in there or no?
Yes, it was. Yeah. I thought it was a little weird that they went cloth suit with it too.
Yeah, it doesn't really.
It didn't look like it to me, but I saw a lot of fans who were really wanting this version of the Flash, being really happy. So I'm happy that they're happy.
Okay. Because
anyway.
Everything was all the same texture. These weren't like gaunts. These were just it went all the way through.
Yeah, it was back in the day of the rubber superhero bodies.
Yeah, I mean I understand why. Well, no, I don't understand. I really don't get it. Like, there's plenty of materials that you could use as a thin, sort of rubbery suit. I mean, Spider-Man has them all the time, in America. I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know what's going on with Susu lately. Kit, I guess, has a real issue with them. I don't know what it is.
With
they didn't deliver to. Yeah, they didn't deliver to him or something. Somehow he got screwed by Susu. I don't even know if he's carrying him anymore.
I never see them on his site. I just get him at DNS now. I'm just like,
yeah, I don't think he's carrying him, and I don't know what the problem was. I'm not really sure.
Yeah, I don't know.
It looks all right. I mean, I was never. Again, I'm not a big fan. This was an interesting looking suit for TV, but I mean, now that I see that it's cloth, it's like,
yeah, it's going to be good for the people who loved the show, grew up with the show. That was their Flash kind of thing. But the version on the old show, if you Google it, it's hilarious because it even has the airbrushing where the muscles are. So it's you really see all the
I remember that.
Everywhere. Yeah, and this is negative all of that. So it's almost like they didn't make that same Flash at all.
Yeah. 158 though. You can't beat the price.
Yeah,
if you need that in your life. We're not talking about present toys. All right, here we go. Boom. Now what?
Do this.
So this is
old, isn't it?
Or no, this was brand new. This is probably the new one.
Yeah.
Did they use the sculpt? I thought they did another one with this sculpt.
They
did Flash?
Okay, so they've done, if I'm remembering correctly, they've done this version of the Flash before.
Okay.
And it just didn't look anywhere near as good as present day Susu.
Okay.
Well, this is way better.
Okay.
They did do the long hair version with the suit looking like something back then.
Yeah, I mean, this is kind of a leery.
Oh, he wore leather. It was leather.
Was this zipper a thing?
Yes, it was. Yes, it was.
Okay.
I don't think it was that big, because it's...
Yeah, well, of course, yeah. That's the way it was. And this looks good. Yeah. I mean, this looks cool. I like this. Yeah, I know. What are you doing here? It's like he's gliding or something.
It does look like he's gliding.
I don't love the sculpt. Does this look like the actor? Because I don't...
The face does, for sure. I think the hair is what's killing it, though. Because it looks like greasy emo hair, and it didn't look like that, really.
Yeah. I mean, would you ever have that on, though?
No.
He has a sword?
But it's funny. There was a moment on this show where everybody turned their lightning power that they generate when they're the Flash into swords, and they had a lightsaber duel. It's just something. Yeah, it's the CW, okay?
Yeah, I know. I understand. That's a cool effect like that.
It's amazing. Their figure looks way better than Hot Toys' version of the Flash.
I didn't realize Hot Toys had a version of this from the CW.
Yeah.
On the show. Oh, maybe that's where I saw that sculpt or that face, I guess maybe. I didn't.
He didn't have the long hair though. He had his normal hair.
Oh, he didn't.
Like mine, almost short.
Okay.
Up.
Yeah. I mean, cool. This is another 150 or 185. Okay.
Yeah. I think most of them are 185.
Can understand that. Yeah.
This one I did pre-order. This is the only one I pre-ordered so far. The Reverse Flash.
Who is this actor?
Tom Cavill? No, not Tom.
You don't know. Yeah.
He's from a whole bunch of stuff. He was their big name for when the show.
Yeah, he looks like somebody that I know, but I can't think of who it is.
Kavanaugh is his name.
Kavanaugh. I don't know.
Is it Tom Cavanaugh? Am I just saying it? Yes, Tom Cavanaugh.
He looks like he's read to Captain Marvel. What's his name?
Jude Law?
No, the new Captain Marvel, Shazam.
Zachary Levi.
Yeah, Levi. Yeah, he looks a little Zachary Levi.
Yeah, kind of. I mean, a little less when you see him in person, like on TV. Yeah. He's a lot older than Zachary Levi too. But
so this on the same CW show, obviously, because it's the same costume.
Everything but the old Flash, the '90s Flash, is from the same show. Yeah.
Okay, that's kind of a cool.
That's the head that I like. That's what sold it to me. I do like the Kavanaugh head sculpt. They did a good job with it, but that's the look. zoom.
These are
for me.
awful running poses. They're just awful.
It makes you worried about the shoulders. Like, are those attached in a way where you can't raise them?
Yeah. How are those?
Yeah. That's the one thing that has me stressed out about this. But to have
this looks flexible enough. Although if this is attached here, which I assume it is, and this is attached here, there's not going to be a whole lot of play in that. I don't think.
Bends, yeah. Or if that glue will come separate if you try to raise it up too high. Because notice they don't raise it up high in any of the pictures.
It would be great. I mean, obviously the production value and the cost would be there, but like if this was just magnetized, you know what I mean, and you could unmagnetize it, take it off, and let it just flow.
Yeah, that'd be great. It's a weird design. I wish they didn't have that on there anyway, but maybe they.
That's a wild.
Shoulders. Yeah, so it's cool. Gideon with his computer. There's his laser sword.
I saw it. That is really dumb.
It was a 3-person lightsaber lightning sword battle on the rooftops of Central City.
Same show.
Same show. Kid Flash.
Okay.
Yep. This is their Wally West. He looks just like the actor. They nailed this one. Which is hilarious because he's the only one they didn't give a pure head sculpt to.
Did he go by Kid Flash on the show?
They didn't call him, like, it was kind of like a joke. They never really referred to him as like he was the other Flash, is what a lot of people kind of said a lot. But like it was kind of it's like power walking.
Oh, the Edge show. Yeah. Okay. Got it. That now recognize him. That Kid Flash is such a throwback, term. It's just so weird. Kid Flash.
Yep.
He's a kid.
Yeah, so he's one that I've been on the fence with. I might get him just because I like that character from the show.
I mean, 165. I mean, I'm not trying to.
It's still $165 when I just spent $475 yesterday. Do I really?
Oh, I'm not trying to spend money, Tom. But I mean, I know you're a Flash guy, so like to have 3 of them on the shelf would be kind of nice. Is all I'm saying.
So they're teasing 2 different Jay Garricks up there.
This here.
All the way on the left. That's Jay Garrick. And
this one in this.
That's the Jay Garrick that turns out to be Zoom, like the evil Zoom. So like that's like the false one. And the one in the middle is the one I'm really waiting for. That is just like the last season version of the Flash.
Okay. So the John Henry Ship one is the only one that's not from this series.
Correct. Everybody else is from that series. Because the white one outlined is Godspeed. He's one of the villains.
How I pulled John Henry Ship's name out of my ass, I have no idea.
I don't know
I
either.
Never watched that show.
Never.
I watched the show like twice. I couldn't get into it, but yeah, cool. So just I won't go nuts on this, but I do want to like kind of touch on this. We've got 13 figures from Ahsoka.
Oh fuck!
A show that had I put it in the thumbnail. We got to talk about it a little bit. 8 episodes of a show, and we've got 13 figures. We've got Ahsoka, we've got young Ahsoka, we've got Sabine, Hera, Chopper, Baylan, Shin, Merrick, who turned out to be Dust, Thrawn, Enoch, Captain Phasma, the Mando Super Commando, which is cool. You can put that in your Clone Wars thing. The Night Trooper.
I think most of these figures are them doing, oh, hey, we're going to get the Rebels from Rebels in here now, and that's their Rebels. There you go. I didn't really see that as, I know the Ahsoka show had a lot to do with the Rebels, but when Hot Toys put them out, I thought them capitalizing on the fact that there's a lot of fans of the Rebels cartoon that now get a chance to get these live action versions of these characters. I'm
honestly going to wait till. It's hard because, like, when they've done animated versions of Ahsoka, that's Side's thing, right? They're going to do an animated, whether or not they do Rebels or not, probably not. And all I've about those, well, I've seen mixed reviews about the Clone Wars versions that they did. That really fit my collection, but I pre-ordered Sabine because I'm like, all right, I'm going to get the Rebels, and then I started soul searching, and I'm like, I didn't like the show. I didn't like anything they did with characters. I would like Chopper, maybe. But if you get Chopper, what's the point? You know what I mean? Like, they haven't done Ezra yet. I can't imagine they're not going to do Ezra. I don't know. I just what I can't get over is 8 episodes of Ahsoka, Rotten Tomatoes 85% score. Andor 12 episodes, Rotten Tomatoes 96, and we got nothing. Like zero, nothing. And I don't get it. Like, what is the whole? What do you think it is? I mean, I don't understand.
Something's up where they're not doing Cassian in particular, because he's also one of the ones they left out of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Where why? He was one of the main characters of Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't get it.
There's something going on there. I don't know what it is.
And I mean, if there's an issue there, but I mean, I don't like. Again, people discuss. Does the actor have, dominion basically over their likeness and stuff? And I don't think, unless there's some real special thing that they had to do for him in order to get him in there, and I don't think that was the case. I mean, Diego Luna is a good actor, but like, he's not like Tom Hanks. You know what I mean?
He's also a huge Star Wars nerd fan, and like, people loves the culture that he gets to be a part of, and is really like amazing about it. I don't think he'd be holding it up. There's something else going on.
Yeah. Listen, yeah, I mean, does this? I love Ahsoka. I mean, I liked Ahsoka. I think she was cast. I liked her in Mandalorian. I just thought you can go back and watch my thoughts about the show. I just thought it was terribly written.
An hour ago?
Went nowhere. Yeah, or an hour ago. Let's rewind. I know people enjoyed it. I thought it was a lot of member berries for Clone Wars fans, and I don't know. That went nowhere. There's nobody I really, and I love the Rebels. I still am on the fence. Maybe I'll do it just to have the Rebels. I'm not really sure. But I mean, secondary characters that they haven't done. Morgan Elsbeth. People are still calling Morgan Elsbeth. I don't know. You would get that?
No, I said I don't need that. I don't care.
Yeah.
But I bought in a heartbeat, and I was on the fence for his like zombie army of troopers because I love the look of them. I think that's really cool.
I guess somebody said on a chat the other day that Andor isn't like toic, or they just don't have. But I mean, let's take a look at A New Hope. I mean, yes, you can't avoid Star Wars. It was groundbreaking. It was, literally, a generational change for people. It got people into sci-fi, got people into to be sci-fi nerds. But dude's main protagonist is wearing a tunic and some around his boots and a vest and a white shirt for his buddy. Not exactly exciting costume, but for the Empire. Darth Vader look cool, stormtroopers look cool. So I mean, it's kind of the same. I mean, I don't see that Cassian Andor's outfits look any less interesting than a Han Solo or a Luthian Rey has like the cape and everything, and he looks cool. Like, why not? Mon Mothma's in Ahsoka. Are we gonna get Mon Mothma? Who knows? B2 Emo. I can see like Deidre. I think she looks great. We've had Imperial characters that were, sort of. We haven't had any Imperial officers that weren't minor characters, but I would love Kino Loy. I love, even in the prison outfit. I would love that. I would love everything. It was a great show. I think it moved, the story along and tells the story of how, the rebellion kind of was a groundswell. And the dude literally dies for, to help blow up the Death Star. You know what I mean? So, like, can we get Cassian Andor, please? Like, what do we have to do here? It's crazy.
The bottom, like, of what they need to do is just put out Cassian. Whether it's the Rogue One version now,
or both. As we'll do both.
Or they should eventually do both. One's going to come out first, of course, and then like a year or two later, we'll get the other one.
Right.
But they just need to do it to kind of be like, look, yes, here.
Yeah.
We hear you. We know he's a big character in Star Wars now. Best show, honestly, easily, in my mind, the best Star Wars content we've gotten.
Even just Rogue One. I mean, come on, Rogue One. I mean, like, how do we not have that? I mean, Saw Gerrera is in Andor. Can we get Saw Gerrera from one of these movies?
Hot Toys figure, like that's crazy, right?
Saw Gerrera from Rogue One. That's a toyetic figure.
That is a toyetic,
you know, if he's toyetic, that's a toyetic figure. As Baze, which
too,
I don't know.
Look at Blade Runner. People want, Harrison Ford and Blade Runner, and it's like the same thing. It's just a jacket and some clothes. Like what?
I'm saying
something.
That's what I'm getting at.
Where's that? Like I don't know.
You could put Cassian Andor next to Han Solo, and if nobody knew who they were, you'd be like, yeah, that's okay. Pretty much this type of clothes they're wearing there. It's like, a jacket and a shirt.
Cool. Badass.
Yeah. Right. I don't get it. I don't know what it is. I really wish I knew. I wish I had some insight. I don't know who the hell I can talk to find out what the hell the problem is here. But I mean, I don't know if it's just that, they don't think they'll sell. I get deeper characters in Andor, Bick. I'd love a Bix, but I don't think we'll get Bix. I think the Imperial Patagras, the Imperial head of the investigatory wing. Cool. He was a badass, man. No, the guy, her boss.
Oh, yes. Oh god,
he was cool.
You want a figure of him?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? Again, I think that's a little too deep. We have 13 figures. All right, granted, maybe looks wise, you've a guy who's blue. You've got you've got a woman who's green.
What a way to
Thrawn.
Funnel down to just the core of Thrawn.
Well, I'm talking about looks. You know what I mean? Will people just buy an old dude in an Imperial uniform that wasn't like the star of the show? Probably not. I get that.
I think when they see things like stuff from Ahsoka, it's easy to make Ahsoka because she has how many episodes of the Clone Wars behind her? The character has been around forever. Thrawn has been in like the star of books, and people have loved that character forever as a part of the extended universe. Yes, this is the first time he was in a live action thing. Yes, he was in the cartoon for a while. So it was easy for them to be like, this is our excuse to finally get a Thrawn in here. Great. And I kind of see it as that. It's like there's all that. We just haven't gotten to them realizing that there's a desire for Cassian. Whether or not we get all the characters outside of Cassian, except for maybe, Stellan, like, I don't know, but they just need to get Cassian in there.
Yeah.
But the other ones, I think the Ahsoka having that many characters is because a lot of them are at this point half legacy characters from the cartoons or extended universe or.
All right. Yeah, it's a good point. It's a good point. And it's not that I didn't think that way, but I just think, in their current incarnation, I mean, it is like, you're right. They probably are looking at it as like, hey, people like Rebels and, some people like Ahsoka. So let's put them out there and, we'll have two audiences that are interested in this, or a unified audience that is interested in this.
Rebels is what? 3
but I mean, Rogue One was by many people's accounts, and if you didn't like Andor, which I don't understand, but a lot of people who even didn't like Andor like Rogue One. You know what I mean? It was a very well received movie. It's a lot of people's number 4. You know what I mean? Or 5. And there's so many figures we didn't get from that. Bail Organa.
Baze.
Again, Saw Gerrera, Baze Malbus. Yeah, they gotta give us Cassian. We gotta get Cassian at least. But
yep, agreed.
I guess it's not up to us.
No.
So there you go. What have we resolved here? Nothing. We've figured out nothing.
Trevor still doesn't like Ahsoka.
You've brought my anger down a little bit because it's like when literally Captain Phasma, Enoch. What did that character do? I mean, I know it looks cool. He's got a gold face. I know. Yeah. I know.
He looks cool. That's what it is. It's the Boba Fett. When Boba Fett first came out, he just looked cool. He was in the background. Right?
Yeah.
He wasn't the character or anything like that. And people were like, "Oh my god, what a cool freaking looking character! I want a toy of that." And that's kind of
I don't know. You know what? I think it's me. I think it's me. What's me? But like, I've gotten to a point like I'm looking at my shelf and I had that stupid Sith Trooper right from the red the STCC one that I picked up while I was there. And I packed that up the other day, and I'm putting that up for sale. I'm like, why do I have this thing? Like, what? I didn't like anything about that movie. Well, I mean, not anything, but I really didn't like that movie. And I thought these designs were kind of dumb. Okay, it's a red stormtrooper. All right, that's it. You know what I mean? It just means nothing. And I think this is going to be the same thing unless they do something with these characters. 4, 5, 6 years, people look at their shelves and go, I don't even really. Why do I have this thing? Like, maybe you're just all about the look of the character, and it's just cool.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's kind of like people said that about Boba Fett. Like, why do you like Boba Fett? He didn't do anything. Like more than Captain, Enoch did. Or Merrick, really. I mean, like, what did
Merrick
those
had a
people?
lightsaber fight. Boba Fett.
Okay.
Got kicked into a Sarlacc
Boba Fett, captured Han Solo. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah, like barely.
in the greater scheme of things, yes, I know, I understand. And Boba Fett's probably the kickoff for this stuff is like, he's really cool looking. And that's what they tried to do with Phasma. It's like, she's really cool looking. She's silver. And she did nothing. She did nothing.
Just as much as Boba Fett did, honestly.
I know.
Just as much.
I know.
And I love Boba Fett. I'm just using it as a like.
No, I know.
Kind of like just tie it together.
Oh, did I show these to you guys?
No.
You've got Spaceballs figures? Interesting. May the Schwartz be with us all.
Are those the Doggy Dog figures?
Oh, maybe. Is that where you got the fork from? The dog food cans?
I don't think so. I think you got it from Full Metal Customs.
Yeah, those are from Full Metal.
Oh, the dolls. Oh, that's what good packaging. What?
He does beautiful
brain
packaging, man.
Yep. I love it.
Is that from Andy?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. So he's got the little card in there. And I have Dark Helmet and Yogurt on order.
Oh my god. How do they look? How do they look?
I will try to pick the thing up. I hope I don't
Probably amazing.
all over the place. Can you embiggen me or you can't do anything?
I can't do anything.
For fuck's sake.
I'm sorry. I had computer problems, okay? Oh my god. That looks outstanding.
Yeah. Barf looks great.
Yes, he does. Barf looks great. Wow.
Incredible stuff. I mean, the hair dryer.
Yep.
They have
Are
the
you gonna take
bases.
them out of
The
the
bases. The bases. I will. Yeah, the bases have the carp on it from the ship.
Oh shit!
Yeah. Here, I'll take Barf out.
Man, did we just pass by his anniversary of his passing? Is that what just happened?
I think so. Yeah, I saw a lot of people talk about him. So
yeah, man, I miss John Candy.
Me
That
too.
was great.
Isn't it great?
Yeah.
He's got the tail. I have to put the tail on.
Okay.
He's got it.
Good. He needs the tail.
Is that tail magnetic?
No, it's a little hook that just hooks into the back of the outfit. There's like kind of an opening there,
Gotcha.
and it just hooks in there.
See it earlier.
Victor asked
but
if
yeah.
Barf has his big flat foot.
His big flat foot.
Yeah, you know when it gets like squashed.
I don't even know. Yep.
Yes. Oh my god! Incredible.
Wow.
He's got his doggy bowl with food.
I want to ask you how much this set costs, but
Do you really?
No, you don't.
I do want to ask actually. It's perfect.
Yeah, it's incredible. It's pricey.
Okay, you can share it with me afterwards.
Yeah, I will tell you afterwards. I don't know if he wants. I don't know what he wants out there, but like,
Group chat. Yeah, let's send it to the group chat.
do you want to just see you suck in air?
Suck. Did you actually send it to the
Put it in the
group
private.
chat? Oh, the private chat. Okay, all right.
It's actually slightly less than I thought.
That's more than I thought.
Everything that you get,
It's gorgeous.
work. It's all hand work, and there's I think really like maybe 30, 40 sets or something like that exist, and you're never gonna. I mean,
It's something special.
nobody can legally make this. A third party could do this, and hopefully nobody gets a hold of this and like Present Toys and just copies it. But
I feel like that's gonna totally happen.
Helmet and Yogurt were more than that, yeah, because Helmet comes with all the little toys, all the little figures of each one of the characters.
That's fantastic.
You know, I'm gonna bring this up just while we're talking about it because it's fucking great.
Man, I gotta rewatch this movie. I haven't seen it in like probably 7.
We got to get Andy. We got to get Andy on again. I don't know. It's like it's a weird thing. Like I don't know how she wants to talk about like this stuff. You know what I mean? Because it is like
it's licensed
kind of
stuff, and she doesn't have a license. Kind of thing.
But look, like so, this is the little. Oh, I'm not sharing. This is the little toy yogurt.
Uh-huh.
We got to go down.
I don't follow them. I need to follow them.
Yeah.
Doc _ Okay.
He's saying he does some great stuff. I have the ET
That
set.
good,
This bicycle is nuts. It functions. This is the kind of stuff he puts into this. This is kind of the crazy, like these pulls pedal, the gears turn, the
why do you
bike.
need that though? Like why?
I don't know. It's a thing, man. Like once you get into customs, it's yeah. I mean, it's like why not? Yeah, you just like cast this as one piece and it's all resin, sure, but
it's cooler
actually,
though that it's a real chain and that it actually works.
It is.
That's way cool.
Posing it actually is easier. That they
look at those Michael Myers knives. Those are insane.
Oh yeah, he does things like this.
I need to go to a deep dive of this page.
He does sets, you know, where you can get like some things to augment another figure. Here we go.
Oh wow,
This dark helmet looks incredible. Really, really incredible.
I can tell already the face looks like Rick Moranis, like so.
Oh man, yeah. You got hopefully there we go. Look how good that looks.
That looks fantastic.
Oop, I guess
look at the figures.
So he's got the dented helmet. Yeah, you get all the merchandise. Look at the merch. It's incredible. He does amazing work. Do you have more pictures here? No, it's the same picture. Yeah.
All right, just follow them.
He's got a lot of this stuff. Incredible. Plus, there's shit like this. He does pumpkin carving. He did one for Netflix for Stranger Things a couple of years ago.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he's a talented motherfucker.
It's got to be his full-time job, right? No, doing this stuff.
Well, I mean, he was assuming a veterinarian.
Yep.
As you know,
right.
Doggy duck.
Okay. Yeah.
Doggy duck. Oh, look at this. How cool that is.
That is really cool.
It looks really, really good.
Are they magnetic? Is that just like snap on there? Magnet?
Look how good that is. That's really good.
Yeah.
That's really good.
Perfect.
So good. Can't wait that. But yeah, go check out Dog Designs, man. He's incredible. We on the show like years ago. We got to get him on again if he wants to come on and talk. Really cool. So there you go. Spaceballs. You asked for it. You got it.
Yeah, but it would be nice to get some that the general population could afford.
I know. Well, I mean, if somebody gets a hold of these and copies them, then
not
probably
like that
will be
though.
able to.
I don't want that happening ever.
No, I don't want that happening either. It's honestly something that a third party could tackle. It's going to be, you know, you might not get all the stuff, but I think you could get the basic figures and work out. I don't know. He did not make the Sand Troopers with the big comb yet, but that would be cool.
Favorite moments of that movie.
I know, right? Comb the desert. Shoot. All right. I think that's a show. What do you think?
Yeah.
I was scared you were gonna dip back into Ahsoka.
Oh, you want to go back into Ahsoka? You want to talk a little bit more about Ahsoka?
No.
You know what happened? Trevor didn't actually lose his internet. That was just Disney shutting him down.
Yeah, right.
I would
I've said enough.
The rest of my tooth than go back into Ahsoka.
You know what I'm most mad about is that I wanted to like the show.
Hey,
like I was really looking forward to it.
I'm losing you. You're frozen.
Okay. All right. Could be the last I bring it up. I really want to like it. I just,
you really
it's
want
all
to like
the
it, but you love hating it. I think that's the thing.
I think it saddens me more than anything, and I think I'm just disappointed that it saddens me so much because I really wanted to like it. It's great characters. I really want to see Rebels in live action ever since Rebels was on, and I don't think they did a good job.
I thought Ezra was amazing. I thought he was perfect.
Ezra was good. There were some good parts of it. I mean, there's still good parts of the show. It just as a whole, I just didn't think it did anything for me. But that's me. You can love it. You got 13 figures for it, so clear a shelf. Go nuts.
Yeah, I'm not gonna get all 13, but I'll get a couple.
How many are you getting, TJ? How many do you think you're getting? Are you getting Ahsoka the White? I might get Ahsoka the White.
Yes, Ahsoka the
That
White.
looks so good. That looks so good.
I don't care about
It looks so much better than the original Ahsoka. That's why, like, the head sculpt looks so much better. Yeah.
That's why I got it. I wasn't gonna get it.
like
until
the
I saw
original
that.
one too.
You what? You do like the original?
You didn't like it?
The original one. No, I like
Yeah.
it a lot, but like the new
I thought it
one.
was good. Yeah.
The original one was going to be in my like top 5 figures of the year until I saw the new one. And I was like, oh, look how further they went with it.
Yeah. Yeah. I might get that. I may end up getting the Rebels. I don't think so, but I almost feel like I can put them on the shelf and pretend it's from the cartoon. You know, they're just live action interpretations of the cartoon, but I don't know. It makes me sad. How many do you think you're going to get? You get Ahsoka, you get what? You're going to get the Rebels?
No,
You asking TJ?
Not kidding. No.
no.
Getting any of the troopers?
The Night Trooper is tempting, but
Those look cool as hell.
I don't know. Like, did we see if they're somewhat customizable?
I don't know. I don't know what the wrapping is yet.
Every single like trooper on the show was different, right? Like they had different damaged armor and like the red scarf things.
I don't know the wrappings, and I don't know that they're not like glued on to the body if they are wrappings. I'm assuming probably would be, because I'm thinking people putting that up and having them fall off is not going to be a great first experience for.
I would get a Death Trooper.
The dead Death Trooper?
Yes. The zombie
tease too, right?
Death Troopers. Like, I'd be interested in that. But if
How about you,
anyone
Tom?
wants to sell me a regular, trooper, I take it.
Regular what? Trooper.
What do you call them? Just the regular.
Death Trooper.
Yes.
I have that Chrome Death Trooper. Okay. Nobody wants that.
Yeah.
I don't know why I got that thing, man.
I can't shoot that. I thought about it, but I can't shoot it.
It's not any harder to shoot than the because it's like a dark chrome. It's not like chrome, not the chrome stormtrooper, the dark trooper, the chrome dark. It's like chromed
More matte.
trooper.
It's not matte.
No. I mean, it's all shiny. The dark troopers are shiny too, but they're just has like a metallic in it. Yeah. No.
Like shooting an Iron Man, probably.
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, basically the same thing.
Just looking at what's shining behind my computer. I'm like, oh, there's Iron Man glistening right next to Peacemaker, who I can almost see myself in.
Did they make
Zod and
the Kryptonians?
That'd be pretty cool.
Who?
I think they made Zod. I think was it Hot Toys or Side? Did they make Zod and nobody else? I don't know if they ever made Zod. I know they made
Ursa.
They made Jor-El, right?
We're talking about the original Superman.
Original 19, whatever.
70.
Superman, Christopher
Superman
Reeves.
2 was that in the 70s?
80s. It was the 80s. Was it 78? 78. Yeah, 78
That's
Superman.
the first one, but I guess not.
That was the first one.
Well,
From Super 2 he's talking about. Oh, okay.
Well, yeah,
okay.
because-
When they come back, yeah.
Zod was well, that's when they were the villains.
Right. I don't think so. I remember they made Jor-El and they made the Superman and they made the Superman. I see they made a Zod though. Let me see.
Yeah, I don't know who. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is always, but there are Phantom Zone villains from Superman 2 figures. I want to know who. Yeah, are they Hot Toys?
Somebody made them. They're not Hot Toys though. I don't think.
Definitely not, because I would know about it if they were recent.
Yeah.
I just saw.
No, they made the new Zod. But I don't think they ever made this. Somebody did make them, but yeah, it wasn't Toys.
What are you doing?
It wasn't Hot Toys. All right. I think that's it. 2 hours in. We're just going nuts. Anybody got anything coming up that you want to talk about?
No.
Recommendations for viewing? Anybody watching Shogun? Shogun's great.
Oh,
I have not started it yet, but I do want to watch it.
Yeah.
I found a British show from 2019 called The Capture.
The Capture.
Callum Turner, and like you'll recognize a lot of the actors and actresses.
About.
It is about there's a British soldier who is acquitted from being charged in like a war crime because of like faulty video recordings, and then he is caught on camera killing someone or kidnapping someone. However, like that didn't actually happen. Like it fucks with your head a little bit to see like what, like did he imagine it? It's good. 8 episodes.
Well, now it would just be AI, like right? You just like recreate that.
Yeah, Ron Perlman's in it randomly. Everyone else.
Oh wow.
Is British. Yeah,
That's interesting.
Yeah, I'm like it's you.
Cool. Tom, recommendations? Anything?
There's this new series out that's gorgeous. I know it's a little indie, so it's called Dune, I think is what the name of it is. There's a second one out there now, and I think everybody should see that.
Is that a movie?
Honestly, if I haven't been watching anime, I've been playing Final Fantasy Rebirth. It's literally been my life these past 2 years.
If I get Baldur's Gate, are you still playing Baldur's Gate?
I will play Baldur's Gate with you.
Okay.
Fuck your hair. Just wanted my beer.
Yeah, Dune is amazing. I say go back and watch the 80s version of Dune. It's interesting contrast.
I don't want to ruin. I know nothing of the story.
Oh.
And yet, unfortunately, like some people have like wrote to me on Instagram and have told me like a couple.
Oh, it doesn't go further than this movie, so it's the same movie, same story.
Oh, I thought it goes further because I've seen his sister like dominating.
Well, no, but that's a thing they changed in this movie because the book she's actually born. So
gotcha. Yeah. So like the 2 movies we've gotten are the 80s movie as one. The 80s movie is just one of them, or the 2.
It's condensed. It's way condensed, but they get into like some of the stuff that he didn't tackle, which I think is good. I think it's good. Like he did the Peter Jackson thing, which like leave out shit that like is just way too deep and didn't like Tom Bombadil from the Lord of the Rings. Like you don't need that shit. So he did a good job. Whereas the 80s movie touches on that stuff, so it gets a little. You're like, there's time going like what?
I love David Lynch, and to see him try to do a movie like that doesn't get to be Lynchian, as it were. I would love to see it. So now that I know that it doesn't go past it, I might actually.
Same story, yeah. It ends the same way. I mean, as this one does.
Crazy.
So. Yeah.
Did they ever do a sequel to it?
No, never did. There was somewhere on TV. There's Children of Dune, which is the one after Messiah, which will be the next movie that Villeneuve is going to do. So I not read Children of Dune, so I'm probably not going to watch it until I read it. I heard it's not a bad version of the story. And that's Messiah, like what's his name? Who played the young Charles Xavier? What's his name?
Oh, McAvoy, James McAvoy.
McAvoy's in it. He plays one of the kids, I guess.
Oh wow! Yeah. So what we just got, the Dune 1 and Dune 2, that's Messiah.
No. That's Dune.
Oh, okay.
First
so Messiah
book,
was
Dune.
the next one that we're supposed to get.
Messiah is the next book after Dune.
Okay.
And then it's Children of Dune, and then the 7 books. I don't even remember what.
And then his son wrote like 5 more, didn't he?
He wrote 2 or 3 or something like that. Yeah. So,
and they're also doing a television series of prequels
about the Bene Gesserit. I think, which would be cool. That could be really, really cool. I would love to see. I just hope that they, Leto too. He's which a little bit of a spoiler, but not much. I would love to see that. I just hope that they can keep in the spirit of that. You know what I mean? Yeah. Like, I didn't hate Rings of Power, but it just didn't capture the feeling that I wanted from those movies coming out of that. So, like, I hope somebody does it. If they can do it,
because that's coming out this year. Rings of Power season 2.
Hope they've learned from whatever mistake they made the first time around, or listen to people in some way, shape, or form. We'll see.
It was fine. That show was fine. It
was that is the perfect word. It was fine. Fine.
You know what it was? Is I was really enjoying it until I started watching House of the Dragon, which was also coming out concurrently with it. And I was like, oh, this is way better. House of the Dragon. Like, okay.
Pacing, storytelling, getting to the point of something. Yes. I mean, especially when it's like, it's kind of the way, honestly, it's kind of the way Star Wars is going. For me, like, I know a lot of the stuff, but I don't know everything. You know what I mean? And there's stuff that, like, I can't remember from Season 3 of Clone Wars that I have to, like, this whole, you know, the triumvirate of the Force, you know, thing. Like, it's, I remember those 2 episodes in the Clone Wars about that. I kind of remember that. But for people outside, what the fuck does that mean? Like, that whole ending reveal would have been like, my wife would have been going like, what does that mean? What happened? And then I'm going to have to, like, sadly describe a half-assed version of, like, there was this episode, it kind of, like, that's not fun. You know what I mean? And it's kind of like where the Rings of Power is going. Like, you could watch Lord of the Rings and not know anything about Lord of the Rings.
Yep.
And enjoy it as a movie. You know what I mean? And Rings of Power was a little more like, if you didn't know the lore, you'd get a little lost and you wouldn't understand some stuff. So
that's my one problem with Filoni doing the Star Wars stuff is he does seem to lean a little bit on. I've been doing the Star Wars stuff for a decade at this point. I'm gonna pull upon that decade. I'm like, but you're in a different format now. You're doing live action, and a lot of people, sadly, are live action. Watch the cartoons.
Yep.
Yeah, and like it works for us that have watched the cartoons and love that stuff. But my biggest problem, and I'm going to talk about Ahsoka for a second. I'm regretting it already. My biggest problem with it is that it leaves off on as it does without automatically saying when the screen goes dark what Marvel does when they're like, this character will return. If they just said Ahsoka will return in season 2, any questions you had will hopefully get answered next season. But we left off in a way where, like, is this going to be wrapped up in a movie? Not wrapped up at all, touched on, or what?
And even the way they did, as much as I like the idea of the characters of Baylan and Shin, right? Like, even like it was so mysterious as to what his motivations were. You know what I mean? Like power, yes, but like it seemed like he was going for something else within realm of the galaxy, and then it's like, oh, we're going to go to this other galaxy. Like, did you know you were going to do that? Maybe he did. Maybe that was the whole point of, I can't even remember the what's her name, Elspeth. I guess that's what she was doing. She was going to retrieve Thawne, so he kind of knew that was coming. But there was no other, like, he'd share like a story and sat down with Shin and said, let me tell you something about, you know, the Force or whatever, and give the audience something to, like, at the end when you see the statue of the father, like, oh, this is what he was looking for all this time. Nobody knew what the fuck he was looking for until that happened, and then it was only the nerds who fucking remembered season 4 of Clone Wars who understood what the fuck that was. It's like, no, man, you can do more. Like, you know, it's not the Filoni universe, man. People gotta be able to access this from outside, you know, Filoni world.
Yep.
I mean, you know, I don't know.
I think that's where Disney Plus's main failing has been in general, because they do the same thing with Marvel, where it's like you better have watched 10 years of stuff before you jump into this show. Otherwise, you will not understand what the hell is going on. And they're like, no, you got to understand when you're doing something new, you have to self-contain it in a way that it's still a compelling story, that you're not just leaving all these random questions that someone now has to go off and watch like 30 episodes of something or 5 movies or whatever to fill in that blank.
What they did the first 10 years of Marvel, approximately, you know what I mean? Maybe not towards the end, but there was stuff in there for the diehards, for the people who pick up on the little Easter eggs or the little, you know, on the left, you know what I mean? Like that kind of stuff. It's cute. I don't need to know that, and it didn't affect the story, but it's a cute little throw in. The rest of it I had to be able to come in on Captain America Civil War, watch the movie, and you could, without knowing anything else about these characters, not having seen any other episode of anything, and still enjoy it as a movie, you know, as a whole. And in that, as a throw aside, a visual thing, They were deep stuff for the people who were deep into it.
Yeah, but
he seems to lean on that. He leans on that. He leans on the deep stuff. Like, here's a whole sequence of the Clone Wars, and nobody knows what the fuck is going on right now. You know what I mean? Like, this whole, I don't know. Anyway, all right, are we done?
We're done. I have food arriving in like.
I was all come now. I'm riled up again.
You're fine. You're fine.
Yeah, I'm fine. All right. So everybody for sticking with this with us for 2 hours and 15 minutes. Thanks everybody who showed up for the first time. Hit that like if you're still here. Appreciate it. And we'll see you hopefully in 2 weeks. I don't think we won't be going another month. TJ might. I don't know. TJ's looking tired. All right. As always, may the phone be with you. See you next time.